Mic check. South Summit Layton Christian football. Sound check.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wildcat Stadium for tonight's football game. We'd like to welcome the Layton Christian Academy football team here. And we want to, if you look around, you're going to see a lot of gold tonight. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and everyone's wearing gold in honor of those children who are battling this disease, this terrible disease. We're honoring them in our game tonight. A little bit about these balloons. We'd like to thank Camas Foodtown and Smiths and Heber for their time spent blowing up these 500 balloons. We'd also like to give a sincere thanks to Mike and Sheila Forson for buying the balloons for tonight's Childhood Cancer Night. I think we're going to have The balloon release. Horse coach Mike. You gonna say something? He's on his way up. And he'll tell you. Hang on to your balloons for just a minute.
All right, can you hear me? If I get the football team to line up along the white line here, please. All right. If I get everyone's attention. For just a minute, I want to ask you to join me in shining a spotlight on a matter of utmost importance. Childhood cancer is a topic that demands our attention, our empathy, and our collective action. Childhood cancer is a battle that no child should ever have to face. Yet each year, thousands of innocent lives are thrown into turmoil as they confront this relentless adversary. It doesn't discriminate based on age, gender, or ethnicity, and it knows no boundaries. But in the face of this adversity, we must also acknowledge the incredible strength, resilience, and hope that children with cancer embody. They are not defined by their illness, but by their unwavering courage and spirit. Our mission, our duty, is to raise awareness because awareness leads to action. We must work tirelessly to ensure that pediatric cancer research receives the funding it desperately needs. We must advocate for better access to treatment and support for these young warriors and their families. Let us remember that every child battling cancer is a story of bravery, and every victory, no matter how small, is a triumph of the human spirit. As we move forward, let us not forget the faces of these brave children. Let us not forget that we have the power to make a difference. And let us unite, spreading awareness and support the fight against childhood cancer. Please, at this time, join me in a moment of silence to honor these incredibly brave children. Thank you. We have here with us Ava Woodward. This has been Ava's Army for a long time, right? So I'm going to give Ava the mic, and she's going to count us down to our balloon release.
3, 2, 1.
I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's made this possible tonight. Let's go Wildcats!
Thank you, Coach Ruth. Thank you, everyone. What a beautiful sight. You can still see them heading to Taviona, I think. I don't know. Beautiful sight up there tonight. And again, welcome to tonight's football game. The South Summit Fatherings are taking the field now. They will provide the honor guard for our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? And gentlemen, please remove your hats. And would you please join in singing as our Wildcat Band plays our national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, colleagues, and thank you, South Summit Band, for our national anthem tonight.
Oh, you just gotta sing. That's my
We have a rather small captain out there tonight, representing South Summit High School. Right, once again, we want to welcome the Eagles from Layton Christian here to Wildcat Stadium. Sorry, the sun's in your eyes over there. Give it about 20 minutes and you'll be just right. Wildcats win the toss, looks like. Layton Christian got won the coin toss, they deferred. Looks like they'll kick off to start this game. Ladies and gentlemen, South Summit High School values the character taught through high school sports. So we asked all in attendance to contribute to an environment of competitiveness and good sportsmanship. As you enter the stadium tonight, please take notice of the exits in case of an emergency. If there is an emergency, remember to remain calm and help those around you to exit the facility as quickly as possible. Also, if there's someone from Layton Christian who has a roster with numbers on it,
good evening. Welcome to another beautiful Friday night here at South Summit High School, and another great football game on tap for you tonight between the Layton Christian Eagles and the South Summit Wildcats. Great non-conference, non-region, whatever you want to call it here in high school between these two teams. And Layton Christian has been outstanding in the past couple of years as they've moved down to 1A football. and have done some brilliant things with state champs last year, and always an exciting team as they bring around. South Summit coming off a couple of great wins, back-to-back wins against Ogden and Evanston on the road. South Summit comes in 3-2, having beaten North Summit and Evanston and Ogden. So they are 3-2, losing games to Beaver and Juab, both great games as well. It's a beautiful night. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Night, which is why you'll see the South Summit Wildcats donning gold uniforms this evening, and it's always a special night when they bring out the gold ones on it. Nice football night as South Summit will receive to start off. Layton Christian will be kicking to the south end zone. We're underway. We apologize as we were not provided any numbers on the roster for Layton Christian. No numbers on there, so we'll do our best to point out numbers, and we'll try to get a couple of names with a number. But Brandon Moore takes it for South Summit at the goal line, and he's up the left side. He's across the 30, cuts it back, and he's still got some room. The flag is down out around the 39-yard line. Rarely a good sign on the return team. And the tackler for, just right, 44 right there, yeah. So the tackler for Layton Christian on the play was number 44. That's about the best we do. I do have a number for a quarterback, Marcus Miles, number 4, and a running back is Braden Bott, I believe. So I'm trying to get the best I can here. Nobody's a wide receiver. We'll get a few as we get going here. But South Summit will go on offense. Bracken Lashley's had an outstanding season thus far, 5 games in. He's thrown some well over about 1,500 yards so far and has been great. He first snap is off to the right side, and it's cut back, and he's going to be tackled nicely in the backfield. And tackler on that play is number 8 for the Eagles, and the receiver was number 1, Stembridge.
South Summit Wildcats are going to have their hands full tonight. That's an athletic group.
Man, look how big that nose guard is.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Well, their linebackers are at least 200 pounds, all of them. And they look like they can run.
Nice out route over to Stevens. Stevens, beautiful route. Beautiful pass by Lashley, as we mentioned. Lashley with 1,138 yards on the season, 91 for 153 attempt completions. He's got 9 TDs on the season as well. His leading receiver has been just a receiver right there, Stevens. And Lashley now goes into the middle. A little quick hitter on the right side, coming back. Little hook route. He makes first down across the 40, 43-yard line. Who was our receiver on that one? Number 1 was the 8. That's Brent Wolstenhume for South Summit. So he gets the catch. South Summit moves the chains. Looking good here on back-to-back throws by Lashley. Now a handoff to Stembridge. Stembridge lowers his head, and he's hit hard. He picks up about 3 yards on the play, and number 8 on the tackle. And you mentioned good-looking linebackers behind that big upper defensive line. We mentioned big nose guard, nose tackle right over the ball, and he'll make it difficult on our center all night as Lashley gets back. And again, cover protection has been good. Now he's going to scramble a little bit. Now he's got a man across the middle. Good pass. And Wolstenhume goes down around his ankles and picks that one up. And Wolstenhume, yeah, great catch by Wolstenhume. Another first down for South Summit.
Lashley steps up in the pocket to keep it alive. These big guys, linemen, it's not a bad strategy to make them rush that passer and wind them a little bit.
So 1st and 10 again, back-to-back first downs for the Wildcats, and Lashley. He goes to a little screen pass across the middle. Ooh, that's a good way to kill Britton. Oh.
Wow.
Britton in his head's going, don't call that one next time.
Screens, but the big nose guard didn't go anywhere, so Britton ran right into him.
That is not one you got to go back to.
He's not moving.
Britton was shaking his head there a little bit going, ouch, that one hurt.
Immovable object and irresistible force.
Lashley now outside to a little flanker screen. Out to, I believe that's 23. Is that Gimpler? Mitchell Gimpler, the receiver. And he picks up about 5 yards on the play.
Nickel and dime.
He got about 6, 7 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. So good drive being put together by South Summit. Now Lashley looking left. Now back to his right. Tucks the ball a little bit, and he's brought down. There's the big nose guard.
They brought an edge rusher there.
Number 59.
Yeah, that's the big nose. Woo. They brought in a guy off the edge there that time, so they brought 4 instead of 3.
Number 59, Jay Tursala.
Lashy up into the big nose guard.
Big stop on Lashy. Loss of
So it'll be a 4th down for South
5.
Summit. 4th and go territory.
Wildcats to go for it.
First down marker is at the 28-yard line. They're going to need 5, and Lashy goes across. He's got a man. Good pass by Lashy, still on his feet. And they'll blow that one dead. Number 21 for South Summit, the receiver. That's Dante Mikhailov. And on the coverage, number 11 with the tackle for the Eagles. But another first down on the arm of Lashy, and he's spreading it around. Multiple receivers thus far. Stembridge, Stevens.
Yeah, that's really just taking what the defense is giving
Wilson,
you.
yeah.
That's really smart football right
First
now.
and 10 on 4th down. Now a handoff to Stembridge. Stembridge trying to look for room off the left side. Not much as it's strung out. Yard or 2 for South Summit. And he'll get it close to the 20-yard line. They're going to give him 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Keep that run mixed in there to keep them guessing a little bit.
So 2nd and 8. South Summit on the left hash. Got a good return initially from Brandon Mora with some good field position, and they've just pieced it together little by little, pass by pass, couple runs by Stembridge, and they find themselves in the red zone trying to put the first points on the board. Lashy's got all kinds of time, and if he can get to the corner, there's nobody out there. One block if he can get to it, and he's driven out of bounds. I'll tell you, number 1, the backer made a lot of ground up as he sprinted out to the outside as man coverage for the Eagles opened up that whole right side, and Lashy had some room. He picks up about 2 or 3 on the play.
Into the boundary, so that whole right side was completely wide open there on the far left hash. Nobody was over there. Lashy broke containment.
So 3rd and 3 for South Summit. And got him on a quick count. Layton Christian comes across the line. Good defense, or good discipline by the South Summit offensive
line. They were
line.
trying to bring some heat.
Offside on the Eagles. They give the Wildcats that
slows it down as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's some good
execution going on here by South Summit.
10.5-yard line.
So 1st and goal for the Wildcats. Ball right on the 10-yard line. So this is as far as you got to go to get goal line offense going. 10 yards to put the first touchdown in the end zone for South Summit. 8:41 into this first quarter. And Lashy's rolling left. Now he's got some pressure, and it's knocked down. Pressure coming on by number 1 as he deflects the ball as Lashy was trying to go downfield.
2nd down and 10.
It's broken up. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's 2nd and goal. So
Tell you what, we've mentioned number 1 already often. He's been very active defensively. I think that is Elijah Ellis, if I'm not mistaken, as I can look here online and try to find as many as I can here. Elijah Ellis, 6'2", 195-pounder, as Lashy brings it around the outside with the run.
Flushed out, nobody's there.
So Lashy with a nice run picks up 10 on the scamper around the right side. And South Summit's on the board early with an early 6-0 lead. Lashy doing it in the air and on the ground, and the Wildcats lead with an early touchdown.
When he gets out there running, those legs are very long.
He's got a nice stride, and he's quick. He's deceivingly quick, isn't he?
Yeah.
So number 31, Oscar Dominguez, will kick for South Summit. Kick looks good. And the Wildcats lead 7-0. Impressive drive. Start the ball game. 8:29 left in the first quarter. The Wildcats lead 7-0.
The Wildcats take advantage of the good field position on the Mora run back on the kickoff. March it down, and Lashy completes it on a 10-yard run. Dominguez now teeing it up.
right, after an impressive drive early on in this ball game, they take the opening kickoff 65 yards after the Mora return, and the Wildcats put impressive offensive series together, and they start off the ball game with a touchdown run by Bracken Lashy, and the Wildcats lead 7-0 as Dominguez. Beautiful high end-over-end kick. It's taken just outside the goal line, and there's some room off the left side. Number 3 bringing it up for the Eagles. And number 3, if I can find, is Brayton Bott. He's a 6-foot junior for Layton Christian.
Both teams on that kind of looked in slow motion.
Yeah, it did. Kyson Atkinson, first man there for South Summit.
Yeah, he ends up at the 30, but he wasn't really running very hard. Our cover team was not really running very hard.
They're not used to having to cover Oscar's kicks very often.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they maybe thought it was going in the end zone to hit just on the 1.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10. A good run back for Bott and the Eagles. The quarterback for Layton Christian is Marcus Miles. Miles is a 5'11 senior, and he'll go up under center. And the first play of the game, a little handoff. Good defense by South Summit. As the ball carrier is number 9, was it? Briggs. Who was it?
I'll get it.
Caden Hunter. Caden Hunter, one of the first men there for South Summit. As Trevor Halalilo, the running back, leading running back for the Eagles. This time now, Miles will be in the shotgun. He's looking to his left and wants to air it out. Nice pass. He's out there and just outside the outstretched arms of the intended receiver for the Eagles.
Testing our secondary.
Tell you what, he's got a good arm. Threw a good ball, put it in the air about 45, 50 yards to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Eagles.
40 yards in the air on that pass. Just long.
One of a couple out there for South Summit on the coverage. Number 2, Oscar Thorpe out there as well. So 3rd and 9 for the Eagles on their first drive. South Summit held them to a yard gain on the first handoff of the series, and now 3rd and long again in the shotgun. Miles goes across the middle. He's got a man, and he's out. If he can outrun him, and he will, and it's going to be a touchdown, 70-yard touchdown across the middle, and just outrun the South Summit defense. Number 18 for the Eagles, Jetron Jipton. Apologize if that's not wrong, but did my best there. Outstanding catch.
Yeah, beautiful throw, good
and
catch.
A tremendous throw and across the middle.
I think we must have been man-to-man because there was nobody helping over the middle there.
And he was quick.
Yeah, he ran away from us.
So a great response for the Eagles immediately on their first possession. 3rd and 9, they go for 70. And immediately they tie this ball game up, or at least potentially can tie it up here with the extra point. And the kick is up, and it looks good. And it is. Wow, an explosive first quarter as both teams go the length of the field on their opening drive. A 70-yarder by the Eagles ties it up here with 7:29 left, all tied up at 7.
Intermountain Sports Medicine and Varsity Hospital is a proud sponsor of South Summit High School athletics. We'd like to take a moment and say thank you to our athletic trainer, Keaton Gines, and physicians, Dr. Kerry Jaworski and Dr. Dave Iverson, for their support of South Summit High School athletics. Intermountain Sports Medicine at Park City Hospital is proud to serve as the official medical provider for South Summit High School. Our team of athletic trainers, physicians, and physical therapists give today's participants the best in the contest. Stay in the game with Intermountain Sports Medicine at Park City Hospital.
Okay, back-to-back touchdowns by both teams, and we're all tied up at 7. It's going to make for what looks like a great ball game here tonight between South Summit and the Eagles. And kicking off for the Eagles, who's that kicker? Laird, can you see it? Number 2 for the
puts it right in the end zone.
Kick by number 2. BC for the Eagles. And it'll be South Summit basketball, football at the 20.
20-yard line.
You know, Coach Moore, if there's not a point to the ball,
wow. Aaron, I've never heard that one out of you. If there's not a point to the ball, there's not a point to the game. Wow. Never heard that one.
Yeah, that's
Old Coach Walker statement, huh?
an old football coaches.
7:29 left in this first quarter. Second series offensively for South Summit. This time a little deeper in their own territory, only out to the 20. No chance for Mora to get any yardage on the return, so it'll be 1st and 10 for South Summit at the 20. Again, 3 men wide to the left, looking left. Got a man out on the outside, and a beautiful pass again by Lashy. Good route running by South Summit. And the receiver that time is Dante Mikhailoff for South Summit, and pushing him out of bounds is number 10 for the Eagles.
I'm impressed with the patience here. They're just they're curling up in front of those DBs. I'm not really sure why LCA is so off so much. I mean, they look very athletic, like they should go head-to-head with us, but their plan is different.
So, little handoff up the middle. Oh, goodness. Trey Stembridge was ducking before he even had the ball.
They brought a linebacker, and he just was unaccounted for.
First man there, number 11 for the Eagles. And Stembridge didn't like that one either.
That just didn't even get going. So.
All right, so a great stop. That pushes South Summit back about 4 yards as they met. I'm not sure Stembridge even got the ball before he was hit. Luckily, that wasn't disrupted on the handoff as Lashy now back to the air. And again on the out route. Beautiful job. That's going to move the chains.
Excellent job.
Excellent execution.
And Stevens again with another reception. He's got a couple on the night already. Move the chains. Can't get it on the ground. Moving it in the air. 1st and 10, South Summit. Moves it out to the 32-yard line.
That's a nice conversion there.
Now Lashy trying to break the defensive pressure up front. He's going to get a couple of yards across the middle. Almost looks like he got flushed or maybe took off a little early.
Yeah, he didn't even set his feet to throw. I wonder if that was a call.
Could have been a quarterback draw. Number 1 and 6 for the Eagles. Bring Lashy down after about a 3-yard gain and bring up 2nd and 7. 6:18 left. Now a little outside hitter to Stevens, and Stevens lowers his head.
That's getting close to late.
That was a bit late. Stevens picks up another reception. Stratton Stevens now picks up about 3 or 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 and number 2 on the tackle on this outside corner spot for the Eagles. So 3rd and a long 3, short 4 for South Summit. They've really been working hard, these outside routes. Nothing really they've sprung across the middle yet. 1 to Wolstenholme.
Just little hitches right now. Those are basically run plays in a lot of ways.
High percentage. Lashy putting them right on the money. And let's see if they can convert on 3rd down. Oh, he was moving forward and didn't get the call. Now the handoff to Stembridge. And Stembridge only going to pick up about a half a yard. So now a gutsy call. Number 11, first man there for the Eagles.
Nothing to 4th down.
Right. Maybe they're going to try to draw him off as they got him once before on a hard count. And it looks like Lashy's yelling. Nope, they're not doing it. So it looks like they're going to call the timeout. The Eagles learn from a previous 5-yarder, and Wildcats will rethink what they want to do on 4th down as we'll come back after the decision. 5:41 left. South Summit. Yep.
Shame on you.
4th and 4 for South Summit at their own 39-yard line.
Good news is the sun's gone down. Bad news is you better get your coat on. This is campus. And the wind will be out. Welcome, Eagles.
So South Summit brings out their punter, Trey Stembridge. 4th and 4 Probably a wise decision here for the Wildcats. Nice punt by Stembridge. Angle it away from the receiver. It's going to bounce out of bounds. No return. Nice punt by Stembridge.
Yeah, no return.
So that'll give the Eagles the ball at the 25-yard line. It's so tempting to try to keep hold of that ball on fourth down when, you know, you've had some good success early in the ball game with short routes on the outside. But I don't think you want to get that risky that early.
No. Not in field position.
Absolutely.
It's still early.
See what Layton Christian has to do. They struck big on a big play.
No, they got a big right tackle, 63. Look at him. He is a big young man.
Looks like he could play for the Dolphins. All right, up under center this time, Miles.
Counter tray again.
Halililo on the carry for the Eagles. He's across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Almost had him.
So tackle for South Summit is Caden Hunter. We called Caden's name a couple times. Good senior linebacker in the backfield for South Summit.
That's the old Redskins counter tray.
Is that Riggins?
Old John Riggins.
Have some pulling guards.
Yeah, and the Hogs up front.
2nd and 4 for the Eagles. Back in the shotgun now, Miles. And another handoff up the middle. This time hit hard. Who's the first man there?
Number 3, that was Gunnarsson.
Number 3, Noah Gunnarsson.
Oh, he's just got to get lower. That was a major hit. He was a little high.
He paid for that one, didn't he?
Right.
Luckily, he had some teammates there to catch him. But it was a good hit in the backfield. Slowed him up, allowed some teammates to come and help clean it up. So good job by Gunnarsson getting across the line of scrimmage.
Squat down a little bit.
Meeting Halililo early into the backfield after the handoff. 3rd and 3 now for the Eagles.
Here they come.
As South Summit looking to bring some pressure. They hand it off. Halililo, and they're going to stop him in the backfield. Great call for South Summit. They filled all the gaps.
Yeah, got to push.
And nice job as Kyson Atkinson. And number 3, Gunnarsson and Atkinson, one of the first there. So that's going to now put the Eagles into a punting situation. So that turns out to be even a better decision now to punt. As they get a 3 and out. Unless Layton Christian's going here. I can't imagine they are. Probably a quick kick out of the.
Oh, they're going for it, yeah.
Quarterback possibly is now Moore is not sure what to do, and now a flag comes flying in. I'm not sure if it was delay or a false start. Dead ball, false start. Maybe that'll influence their decision a bit.
They decide to go for it here. That's going to be wow. It looks like they're still offense is still out there.
4th and 11.
Wow. That's
got to be a quick kick, doesn't it?
That's what I would think.
There it is. Okay, quick kick. Wow, that's a good quick kick. Booms it over.
Wow.
And takes a decent bounce for the Eagles. But that makes it hard. As you can see Mora going, do I go back? Do I go up? Do I go back? As long as you don't get blown up on that center and pushing it back into your quarterback, that's a good punt with no return. South Summit now holds on defense as both teams score in the opening drives, and now both held on their second possessions, and it'll be South Summit football at their own 25-yard line.
I can remember many years ago when the quick kick was the best play we had in our arsenal.
Which isn't a good sign for your offense, is it?
For the season, but we were good at it.
All right, so it's going to be Lashy. Back to pass. Had success. Now he's got man across the middle. He's got Stevens. Stevens on front if he can get a block. And he's going to. Stevens has got a chance to go the distance. And Giddy.
Gempler.
Touchdown.
Gempler should get a lot of credit for that. Gempler got right in the way of that guy.
Just enough to slow him down.
That was a great play.
And just as we say, nothing across the middle, and
Mitchell could have hit him in the back, but he didn't. He just was in front of him and just slowed down, geared down, and the kid had to go around him. And that was just enough.
Stevens had just enough speed to go the distance. Lashy with a beautiful pass. And the Wildcats strike back on a long one across the middle of their own. Dominguez with the kick, and the Wildcats fire up the offense again. Yeah, 3:12 left in the first quarter, and the Wildcats, huge play from Lashy to Stevens, and that will definitely
assist to Gempler.
Assist to Mitchell Gempler, who ran the whole way with Stevens.
Yeah, that was excellent. Yeah.
Just basically almost like ushered him along, right? Escorted him on his way. And Stevens got tackled right there at the end and basically fell into the end zone as he had the momentum going forward. Gets the touchdown. Big play from Lashy to Stevens. And Wildcats go back out in front by 7, 14-7.
It's a real weapon for the Wildcats. Stratton Stevens, big, tall receiver, and just fast enough.
He's got to have about 4 receptions, 4 or 5 already, and that with that play, he's got to be close to 100 yards total now on offense as well. So offensive firepower here early on for South Summit as they put 2 touchdowns up on the board in the first quarter. 3:12 left as Dominguez will kick off again. This one is going to sail in. So now the guys are going to go on that one. So the defense comes back out for South Summit, see if they can't hold.
Right now for both teams, the running game is non-existent.
Eagles will go 1st and 10 from their own
Passing
20.
game is alive and well. Get a game like this and you almost say to yourself, whoever can establish, if someone can establish a run game, that could be a huge factor. But right now, neither team's able to get much generation on the ground.
1st and 10 for the Layton Christian Eagles at their own 20-yard line. And up under center as Miles goes back and forth from the shotgun to the center. Halalilo alone back in the backfield. He gets the pitch to the left.
We're there.
And he kicks it out and finds the corner and gets 3 or 4 hard yards.
We were there. We just kind of took the wrong way. We should have had a tackle in the backfield on that play.
57, Brady Freeman.
2nd down and 7.
Freeman, one of the first one, drag him down. Good hard running by Halalio.
Bad angle by our defensive end or outside linebacker. I don't know who it was. That running back's got a little dip and go. He's kind of quick. Got to maintain good angles on him.
So 2nd 6 for the Eagles. And again, Halalilo alone back. As the pressure coming for South Summit. Try a counter across the side, and South Summit has it closed off pretty well, but he's going to work hard to get across. I think he's going to pick up the first down.
Yeah, he showed some really good patience there as a runner, letting his blockers get out in front because South Summit had penetrated. It didn't look good, and then the blockers did their job, and then he's kind of snuck through the first down.
Blizzard brings him down for South Summit. That's number 1, Ellis, on both sides of the ball. Running the ball this time as he's one of the top tacklers.
Famous father, Luther Ellis. He's the son of famous Utah
Is that documented?
Star. That's documented.
Okay, I'll believe you. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 31-yard line. In the shotgun this time, looking to pass, under some pressure. And he's going to get some yardage off the left side. Good move, my gosh, good work by Miles. And he's fleet-footed, made a good move. And
in the pocket and then upfield, made another good
15 yards.
He's going to pick up 14, 15 yards on the play. He's going to move the chain, so back-to-back first downs on the ground.
See, again, in that open field, you have to maintain outside leverage. Because he bounces it to the outside, there are no defenders, so you cannot let him cut outside on you. That's what we allowed them to do. Bad angle again.
So 1st and 10, close to midfield. Now ball at the 44-yard line for Layton Christian. 1:45 left on the clock in this first quarter. Wildcats lead by 7.
There we go.
Now some pressure and all kinds of South Summit guys in the backfield. Tracking down the ball carrier. And Gempler, among others there on the play. Noah Gunnarsson. And also Braxton Blizzard coming across, Tyson Atkinson coming across, lots of guys into the backfield to drive back 4 yards. The Eagles will lose 4 on the play.
See, right there, I want to say it was number 11, but that's a safety, but maybe it was Gempler who had good leverage on that play. That time kept
Never could get the corner.
No.
The longer you string that out, the more time it allows for those interior guys to get outside, and there was nowhere to go. Now Miles back to pass. Got some time. Now he's flushed a little to the left. Now he's in all kinds of trouble. He's got to get rid of it. He comes back across to Ellis. Ellis frees himself up across the middle. Good improvising by Miles as Ellis picks up the first down.
Very unorthodox. You're not supposed to
throw it across your body.
You're not supposed to throw it back over the middle, but
Miles under pressure gets it away.
Throw it back over the middle, but he does, and he's able to make the catch.
So great job by Ellis, and tell you what, Miles, his fleet foot in the backfield kept that play alive, and like you said, he was almost kind of falling back a little bit too.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10. Now we can hear Aaron a lot better. And Halaleo is a good run, and there comes a flag from the South Summit sideline. It's probably going to be a holding call on the Eagles.
Yes. Will be coming back. Flag on the play.
So, good first down running by Halaleo, but that one's going to come back. Going to drive him back. It'll bring up a long first and probably 20 now. So coming in the ball game, number 68 for South Summit. That's Boger, I believe. Traven Boger, the sophomore. So holding against the Eagles, the official call moves them back 10. It'll bring up 2nd and about 19.
Replay the down, first down.
Oh yeah, you're right, first down. And that's going to end quarter number 1. So, entertaining first quarter put on by these two teams. The Eagles trying to tie it up again as they trail by 7 as the Wildcats out 14-7.
Evidently not in the first quarter.
I guess the clock had stopped because it was a penalty, so they're going to run an untimed
down.
Yeah, since there was a penalty. Right. Okay, they're going to call it.
And it is the end of the first quarter.
All right.
All right, we'll take our break after all.
So after 1, Wildcats up 14-7. We have ourselves on the band here tonight. First down, 19. After the holding penalty.
Not far to flip the field that time as the ball is on the 49-yard line, so they'll move 2 yards. Flip sides. It'll be 1st and 19 for the Eagles. Miles in the shotgun. He drops back. Now he's going to take off again, and he's drugged down behind. That's close to it. There it is. They're going to call the horse collar. They didn't really drag him back, though.
Yeah,
that's a tough call.
It is.
So is that an automatic first down is the question.
That's a great question. I think it is. I think it's a personal foul.
Gempler was the man who drug him down, and that's a tough call on a horse collar because typically they get you where you pull them back and then land on.
Holding. That's offsetting.
Yep.
Wow, replay.
So that's a bit of a break for South Summit. They called holding on the Eagles and a horse collar on South Summit. So that'll replay the down, 1st and 19.
That white hat's got to point the other way. He pointed that we had the ball. He got confused. I was like, how do we have the ball?
So 1st and 19 again.
That didn't happen.
It happened, but in reality it didn't, right?
That's right.
So almost at midfield at their own 49-yard line. Eagles starting to establish a bit of a running game. And now they go across the middle and almost tipped in. Tippfield almost went to the safety.
That's
number
dangerous.
2, Braden Osgerthorpe. Falls incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 19.
Well, right now, both quarterbacks have two different styles. Lashley's more of a pocket passer that will run when he has to. This LCA quarterback, he's kind of a runner-passer hybrid type guy. I think Lashley's got a more accurate passing arm.
Yep, Miles is very active. He's
Miles
he's athletic and he's not afraid to drop it under his arm and tuck and go. So 2nd and 19. Miles into the pocket, and there he goes again. That was a little quick, but he's going to find the outside. He's going to get good yardage. Cuts it back, now spins around. He's all over the place. All that running, picks up about 7 yards on the play, gets across midfield to the 45-yard line. Finally, Brandon Mora and Kyson Atkinson drag him down, more like chase him down. 3rd and 13.
He kind of took himself down a little bit.
He dropped back like he wants to pass. He looks for about a half a second, and then he's ready to scamper. 3rd and 13, you'd have thought after that first pass he made that they're going to throw often. It was such a beautiful pass across the middle. And just prior to that, they aired it out along the sideline. But getting a little impatient with the throwing game. It's 3rd and 13, and he's back to pass. This time he's got time, but he's going to overthrow everybody. Good coverage by Mora.
Right on top of that. More pressure on the quarterback as well, right up the middle.
So 4th and a long 13.
LCA, he could not step forward into that throw.
So let's see what Layton Christian wants to do on 4th down.
They're going for it, I think. Wow.
Maybe they don't have a punter. He is the punter, Miles.
Yeah, let's say quick again.
10-29. South Summit's got a man back, Mora. In an offensive formation. And they're going to send Ellis in motion. And they're going for it.
They brought the heat.
And he's in trouble. He's flashing, and now he's going to throw it out of bounds. Good pressure by the South Summit defense.
Dialed it up there.
And a gamble does not pay off for the Eagles on 4th and 13. And South Summit will take over on downs at their own 45-yard line. So the South Summit defense holds. And Marcus Miles unable to keep the magic going on his scampering. Found Ellis earlier in the drive on one of those, but this time good pressure and good coverage in the back.
Yeah, we end up with great field position now.
Yes, we did.
45. So
chance to extend this lead. 10-29. As Britton Wolstenhume goes in motion. They hand it to him. He tries to kick it outside. He's got some good yardage, and Britton Wolstenhume turns on the speed again. He's got good running across midfield, across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. And he'll pick up the first down. Nice run by Wolstenhume.
Now it's LCA's turn to take a bad angle. And Britton really makes him pay for it. He does a little dip and go himself. Dips inside and then sprints out. It's little Ginger getting up right now. He took a pretty big hit at the end of the play there.
See if he can't shake that off a bit. So Wolstenhume, after a nice run, picks up close to 20 yards on the play. Be 1st and 10 into Layton Christian territory at the 35. Hands off. Nope. Now Lashley's going to keep it. He's got a man wide open on the outside. That's Gempler. Gempler now goes in. Now kicks it outside, and he's going to pick up a first down. Good job by Mitchell Gempler, picking up about 16, 17 yards on the play.
Good rack yards.
And the Wildcats are inside the red zone, threatening to score again.
Run after catch, probably almost 10 yards.
So
we're in the red zone.
9:43 on the clock. Lashy back to pass. He's going to go up high. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, South Summit.
I'll tell you what, this hurry-up offense.
That Gempler again.
That's Gempler. This hurry-up offense are running. Those big guys up front for Layton, look, they're just walking. They are exhausted. And they're just not going to get any pressure up front on Lashy unless they bring linebackers. Because those big guys, they're big, but they can't rush. Play after play after play.
Well, if you look at Layton Christian's schedule, they gave up 66 points to San Juan in the opener.
But they scored
43.
43. Yeah, they're a scoring machine, but they also give
and this one's missed. by Dominguez. So it'll leave it at 20-7 on another impressive drive by South Summit. This time Gimpler with the long pass. Back-to-back receptions for Mitch Gimpler. And Wildcats put up another score, and they lead now 20-7. Like you said, they scored 54 against Westside Idaho in their long win of the night. Beaver beat them 28 of the season. Beaver beat them 28-14. They lost by 3 points to Rancho Christian, California, 31-28. And so they have scored some substantial points, 43, 28, 14, and 54. They've given up a lot of points too, and like you mentioned, a lot of guys going probably both ways. They don't have a real deep team over on that sideline, probably only, 30 kids total.
Yeah, they're on front guys there on that particular play. Boy, they were just walking. We hurried up, got on the ball, and snapped it. That's good strategy.
So Dominguez, kick, high end over end, will go into the end zone.
In the end zone. Eagles back on offense.
You know, I'm not really sure in a game like this with South Summit. You know, I know you have defensive tackles, but you're not going to be worried about South Summit, running over your face. I'm not sure that personnel-wise they would be better off putting in some quicker, smaller guys up front.
So let's see what Layton Christian, they probably need to sustain here and drive a little bit. A couple of quick outs. South Summit's converted on back-to-back touchdowns. They've scored on 3 of their first 4 possessions, and they lead by 13 early in this second quarter. Miles back to pass. He goes across the middle. He finds Ellis. And Ellis is drugged down.
Good throwing catch.
And a good tackle.
Good tackle. It's got good
by Cole Lloyd.
He got the first down.
And he gets 10 yards right on the money as the ball's placed right at the 30-yard line.
It's a good catch in traffic. You can tell that the LCA quarterback, he's kind of locks in on one receiver and then tries to deliver it.
9-10 left in this second quarter as the Layton Christian Eagles get a first down, move it out to the 30-yard line. Now Miles is going to tuck it. He's got some room as he kicks it outside. He gets the block on the outside. He's going to pick up another first down.
They need to put a spy. Just get a kid that just stands on line of scrimmage.
Just mirrors him.
Yeah, when Miles takes off, they'll bring him down. That will take care of that. I'm really thinking that's their biggest weapon right now, not his arm. It's his legs.
1st and 10 again, back-to-back first downs for the Eagles. And Mora drives him out of bounds for South Summit. It'll be Eagle 1st and 10. 8:56 left first quarter. South Summit leading 20-7. Miles back to pass, little outside hitter to number 2. And he breaks the tackle and another first down.
South Summit play. A little hitch play. Get the first down.
BC. The receiver on that play, 2 or 3 Wildcats in on the tackle. Not before the Eagles get it into South Summit territory. First down for Layton Christian. Well, you can see that Layton Christian can be explosive, and they got some weapons.
Yeah, they're very athletic. They're big and strong.
So now Miles back to pass. Now some pressure coming. 2 guys get there simultaneously for the Wildcats. One of them is 51, and the other's Noah Gunnarsson, and number 51 is Broadhead.
That's one thing on the pass rush. Their big linemen are having a hard time with our interior speed.
So they lose about 8 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 18.
Yeah, no chance.
2nd and 18.
As they just surrounded him right there. Broadhead and Gunnarsson both getting there quickly. And long yardage now for Miles and the Eagles. Miles now under pressure again. Gets out of it. Now he's going to have to, look at him, just spin and go. Now he goes across his body, and good coverage.
That really was.
Fantastic coverage by number 11.
Into defender there. Ended up being a great defensive play by the LCA wide receiver.
That
was
Lazard was all over him.
Yeah, we were going to pick that. He turned into
Outstanding.
defender. Boy, that quarterback is elusive.
Tell you what,
He's got some moves.
He
He's got some
does. He
shake
just
and bake.
spins and shakes and ducks, and he just
Next
extended
thing
his
he
legs.
did,
didn't
he
he?
do a little pirouette spin
Yep.
to the left. And he
Wildcats
fooled
putting
two
the pressure
defenders.
on.
Trying to get his receivers to come back to the ball. Again, had to throw across the field. Dangerous pass as Blizzard was waiting on it. Breaks it up. 3rd and 18 for the Eagles. And now into the pocket. Time this time for Miles.
By number 50.
Now under pressure, and he goes down. And this time it's number 44, Briggs Metcalf for the Wildcats, gets the sack. And that's going to drive the ball all the way back into the 35-yard line. So South Summit, consecutive sacks, back-to-back sacks. Well, not back-to-back, an incomplete pass in between. 2 sacks on the series right there, and now it's going to be 4th down. It looks like Layton Christian just doesn't have a punter.
Opening drive, 1st down.
Wow. They can't be going for this.
There's no way they're going here. It's got to be a quick kick again. South Summit's ready this time with 2 men back. And Miles.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, there's the low liner. Gosh, how did he get that through the line? South
that.
Summit's
You
got to
gotta
get up and get on that
Oh,
thing.
goodness.
It's cost them 10, 12 yards. As each guy's got to get up and field that, as there was nobody really coming down to cover it. Lose 15 yards on the play, but South Summit gets possession. What's that?
That's a 46-yard punt, and it didn't go 3 feet above the ground.
Lucky you didn't drill one of those linemen.
That really is. He must have just
All
found
the
a
way
little
back to
alley.
the
It's a
18-yard
great
line.
punt. But yeah, you got to field that if you're South Summit. That's 20 yards right there. LCA looking offensively like they're geared to be, they got to be a 3rd and short team, and they'll
The Wildcats
keep putting
doing
them
a
in
long
3rd and long,
field.
which is
1st and 10
very
on
advantageous
19.
for us, not for them.
So 1st and 10, South Summit as the defense holds again. Ball at the 20-yard line. Slashy goes back to work.
Oh.
Now he wants to go out wide, and this time too far. Didn't have enough time to let that play develop as Wolstenhume, the intended receiver, guarded closely by Braden Bott.
Great
Going to
ball
bring
on
up
recovery.
2nd and 10.
Now that time
Incomplete,
LCA got
2nd down
pressure
and
that
10.
time.
Well, a couple of fresh bodies probably on defense helps.
Right.
I don't know how many. It would be a good stat to know how many of these guys go both sides of the football.
Especially those big guys.
So 2nd and 10. Lashy back in the shotgun. And a tough
bad
snap. It's
snap.
fiddling around, and this time Lashy is unable to get it off the couple of rolling bounces it took, and he wisely jumps on it, but in
Loss of 10
that
yards.
decision loses close to 10 yards on the play.
This is a critical series right here, Cody. If we have to punt out of our own
Well,
end zone,
I guess
that's
the
just going to
deep
give
hole
them
now,
great
3rd
field
down.
position, and they can get right back in this thing.
See if Lashy can't find one of these many receivers he's got out in some open field. 3rd and a long way to go. Got to get out to the 29-yard line. Lashy airs it out off the left-hand side, and
They're going to get a pass in the field.
Got a drive down.
tell you what, there were 2 men on the
That's- yeah.
defense for the Eagles, and the back judge throws.
Okay, that's a cover 2, and you shouldn't be able to throw down the sideline on a cover 2 because you have a cornerback underneath and
Pass
it's
interference.
over the top, but I think that corner got a little handsy and grabbed.
On the Eagles.
Hold him a bit.
Yeah, I don't think he needed to. He was right in position. He had his help
And he
over
had,
the top.
safety,
but,
he had
you know,
safety
just
help.
bailed us out a little.
I do
See a
think that
cover
is
2
an
like that,
automatic
you got to
first
go
down.
into the middle of the field.
10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
Isn't that an automatic? I guess not.
The Wildcats get a big jump back. 3rd down now
Can't
and
keep
4.
college, pro, and high school
Yeah.
rules
Yeah, we got
straight. So they
flags
give
still on
them,
the field. Officials talking about it.
well, it was 3rd and 18. Now it is 3rd and 3, so it was a 15-yard penalty. But no automatic first down, much shorter, obviously, in distance to the first down marker.
Good
So
play.
they get it ironed out. Still kind of a discussion about. I'm wondering if they are discussing if that's a. Wish we were mic'd in there.
Third down.
Third down. Okay. 3rd and 3.
I think you got to throw the ball.
And Lashy.
Oh.
Now scramble a little, and he's got a chance to get the first down, and he's going to kick it outside. And he's across the 35 and to the 40. Good decision by Lashy.
See, again, Lashy starts riding out. He's formidable running the ball.
And he picks up good yardage.
Yeah,
and South Summit gets out of a 3rd and 18, gets a defensive pass interference and a good scramble by Lashy on the ground. 1st and 10, Wildcats. 5:44 left in this second quarter. First half coming to an end here as Lashy gets under some pressure. Now he's just got to get rid of it.
There's nobody there.
Lashy dumps it out of bounds.
Good decision by Lashy. He's gotten outside of the pocket. Incomplete pass. Bring up 2nd and 10. See, look at big number 54. He's getting gas.
Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, he sure is. 59's
big
coming
number
out.
59's going out to get a little breather as well.
The problem is that's just a 50-yard jaunt he made right there. Boy, and he gets replaced with just as big a kid at that nose. Holy cow. Their defensive line is big.
2nd and 10.
Counter
And
action.
fake. Hand off to Stembridge. Stembridge can't find any daylight, and he's held up and is driven back. Maybe picks up a yard with the initial forward progress. Driven
I'm not
back.
sure if that was a little bit too clever of a play because they kind of faked one side. I think they would have gone big if they would have actually given the ball. And I think LCA just kind of fell into that. So they kind of did a cross counter, and that first fake looked like that was a lot of room to run.
So bring up 3rd and 9. Lashy trying to spark some more magic offensively.
There they come.
And Lashy now has got some time trying to find a man. He's got somebody out on the wing, and he had a man breaking deep as well. Gimpler was the intended receiver on the outside. And number 1 and 5 on the coverage for the Eagles.
Yeah, you just need to relax. There was nobody that he had broken containment. There was one man out there covering Gimpler, and he had to either come up on Lashy or covered Gimpler. He went up on Lashy, and Lashy overthrew Gimpler.
So 3rd and 9 for South Summit. And there's a penalty on the play. That's going to be a defensive holding.
Wow.
Penalties hurting LCA here. So they march off 10 yards.
25 yards of penalties right there.
Ball's now into Layton Christian territory across the 50 at the 47. So 1st and 10 for South Summit. South Summit trying to go out to 4-2 on the season.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time left in the second quarter. 4:48 left. Tight formation now for South Summit. Only one man wide to the right. And they pitch out to the left to Stembridge. Stembridge cuts it back. Nothing there.
Fire. He's 54.
54 was coming back to try to block, and Stembridge kind of turned right into him. That's Braden Larson, the center.
Give him a solo tackle. Yeah, he's just trying to hustle and make a play, but Stembridge turned him. He nailed him.
So there's an injured Layton Christian man on the ground, so we'll take a breather. I think both teams could use one. As it's a hard-fought game as far as the Wildcats leading by 13, 27.
An injury timeout. I think I've seen a bunch of mini cheerleaders out in the crowd tonight. So many cheerleaders, you can start making your way down onto the track. So we're going to watch you at halftime. So you can start moving down. Kind of stay here close to the bleachers on the track. And we'll be watching for you. Scrimmage. Back to the line of scrimmage on 1st down. 2nd down and 10. We'll get some more of our sponsors. Stock Exchange, Camas Valley Co-op, Teton Wealth Management, Protection Wealth Management, Zions Bank, Camas Valley Feed, Bear Lake Station, and Utah Luxury Real Estate. Thank you, sponsors. Second and 10.
Injury timeout. Layton Christian, as he was able to go out under his little bit of help. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Second and 10. Lashy getting flushed. He's driven out to the outside, and he'll scamper out of bounds. Saves himself a hit, picks up 2 or 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and long. Good coverage downfield by the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a coverage. Boy.
So it'll bring up. Oh, looks like they're going to get him going out of bounds. Yard or 2 before I thought he did. So it'll bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 11.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he got across.
That's what I thought. It's not.
So Gempler and Stevens out wide here to the right with Osgerthorpe. And now Lashy. Ooh, almost gets through the line. Tripped up tackle. Who's the tackle right there? Is that number 1? Ellis on the tackle for the Eagles.
With 4:08 left in this first half.
And prevents Lashy from getting more yardage. Picks up about 3 or 4 on the play. And it looks like South Summit wants to think about on 4th down into Layton Christian territory. Thinking about going here, as the defense has been outstanding after that first long pass, and the Wildcats still lead by 13, 27.
I keep getting text messages about Rod Atkinson. It seems somehow, despite all odds, he's lived to be 66 years old, especially being married to Lori McNeil. Who would have ever guessed? Congratulations, Rod, and good luck in the next 20 years if you can make it. Fourth down.
All right, out of the timeout. Looks like South Summit's going to be going for it. 4th down and 7. Lashy on an out route. He's got a man. Does he got enough yardage is the question. And he does. He's got about a yard or 2 more than he needed. Perfectly executed by South Summit.
Really not quite sure. LCA, when you're playing fourth like that, you play that first down stick. I don't know why. I mean, Gempler just ran to the first down marker, turned around, and Lashy delivered the ball. I mean, that wasn't difficult at all. You'd expect LCA to be a little bit more feisty there.
Number 5 drives him out of bounds. Another great catch by Mitchell Gempler and a beautiful pass.
They don't have anybody out there.
By Lashy, and now a little screen play out to the right side to Stembridge. And nothing there this time. It keeps him in bounds. Stembridge gets right back to the line of scrimmage.
Ellis going up
and Layton Christian waiting for him there. Ellis
body slammed him.
One of the first there is Ellis. Really athletic player. Both sides of the football. And that outside linebacker spot he's in as he's busy. That clock keeps rolling here at 3rd and
LCA only has 2 guys out there on 3. There's
yeah,
I guess they've got 3. That safety, I guess, is on
covering here on the inside. Now Lashy. And he tucks it down
Lashy
early as well. This time he's going to lose yardage again. Nowhere to go. If he can't get outside of that contained pocket, there's nowhere to go inside. I can promise you that.
Is that Larson, 54?
Yeah.
He's hurting.
And he is looking
That's
to be
our
hurting.
center.
That is our center.
That's not a good.
You got to walk that down.
So they'll attend to Braden Larson.
That could cause some cohesion problems.
And all right, so teams will get another breather here as they attend to Braden. Hopefully he's okay. We'll take another timeout.
He's up and going. tough place to play, right in the middle of all those big bodies. And we're set to go. Third down, big third down for the Wildcats, trying to keep this drive alive in the closing minutes of this first half.
All right, looks like Braden Larson's going to be okay as he walked off pretty mobily. Is now Lashy, 3rd and 13. He's got some pressure. He's hit. Flag goes flying up in the air. The pass is up.
It's going to be a late hit.
And it's just short as the flag comes flying
Could be
in.
holding.
Great
Lashy
defense.
took a shot.
He did. He
Knocked on
comes
the
up
just in time.
holding on South Summit.
Okay.
We'll come back anyway. We're going to flag
Oh,
it
they've
back
got to
field.
decline that. Make it 4th and 13 or 3rd and 23.
Oh, there's Larson. He's skipping out. Looks like he's still a little banged up. And they're going to decline it. You're right, Aaron. So it'll bring up 4th and
We're off.
13.
4th down and 13.
Yeah, I think we'll go for it. I'm thinking, wouldn't we? We normally do.
Well, you're in that area where it's either a really short punt
Right.
or a really long field goal, or you take another chance at an offensive play.
Well,
2:13 left.
Field goal's
Defense
going
has
to be
been holding.
47 yards.
Defense has been playing well.
53 yards. Field goal attempt. That's a little far.
And Lashy's rolling the dice. 4th down. He
Oh, he's
goes up
going.
deep. He's got a man. Oh, went right through his hands. Beautiful pass by Lashy on the outside. The intended receiver was Damon Milburn.
That really was. Yeah, wow.
He had him beat. And Lashy threw it perfectly to the
Dropped it right
outside.
in
Nice
there.
pass.
Damon's going to
Incomplete.
wish he had that one
Ball
back.
is over on downs. And Eagles
As
will have 2
Milburn had a
minutes
chance
and 8
to
seconds.
go the distance on that one and just couldn't quite bring it in.
There you go.
So South Summit will turn it
62 yards.
over on downs. 2:08 left in the half. Layton Christian, since the opening series, has had a difficult time
Yeah, they
putting
really
a
have.
sustained drive against the Wildcats.
Well, in that first series, we thought, the throwing game, but it's looking like it's really not the throwing game. It's that quarterback's feet.
And there it is again.
There he goes.
Ball
Yeah,
down,
nowhere to go this time.
nowhere to go.
And they are
Back
getting
to
a
the
chronic
line.
bad snap. That keeps coming down to his
Second and
ankles. He
10.
keeps having to pick it up off the ground a lot.
Britton Woolstenhume, one of those who tripped him up. Gempler was there as well.
Kemper and Wilson is coming up to make the stop. Second
It
down.
was Gempler, maybe I'm wrong. I want to say it was, but we'll give him credit as well. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now Miles getting pressure from Atkinson. Atkinson goes across the middle,
Oh, he
pressure,
caught it.
and he does have it. They're going to give him a catch, and they are.
Miles.
Replay, throw the red flag.
Ooh. That's a good play
I'm
for
not
Layton
sure.
Christian.
He kind of rolled over like that wasn't very decisive.
That's bad.
Let's see what we got here on our
Right in
replay.
there for
We don't have a
ABC.
replay, but we got a delay.
Moves the ball across the
So,
field on the first down.
Bring up 1st and 10. There's no
First and 10.
video replay in
There
high
you go.
school. They called it a catch. They moved the chains. And now Layton Christian in business in South Summit territory at the 46-yard line. Now
Boy.
back. Miles across the middle. Beautiful pass
That was
across
a
the
pass.
middle. Still fighting for yardage. Still on his feet.
Wow.
South Summit bumping him, not wrapping up and dragging. Who's the receiver there?
Number 3.
Number 3, the receiver for the Eagles, and on the coverage for South Summit, Atkinson was putting the pressure on.
You kind of had no
Brad
choice
Braden
but to
Bott.
catch that ball. That was a rocket.
I'll tell you what, and he placed a thread of needle right there because there wasn't much room.
54 seconds
So a
left.
beautiful pass again as the Eagles
54 seconds.
moving
Again,
the chains
Will City,
again. They're
23
now at the
You can get
31-yard
down to
line.
the
Another timeout taken out on the field as Layton Christian would love to get a touchdown here because they are going to get the ball to start the second half as well. So it would be a huge turn of events. The South Summit's really dominated the ball game for the last quarter and a half, both offensively and defensively. And the Layton Christian defense kind of held serve there late, despite a couple of big penalties they had on that drive. And so Layton Christian, a little momentum, a little more energy offensively on back-to-back
You know, one
Nice
thing
passes.
See on this hash right now, I'm looking for like a rollout pass.
First and 10,
This
Eagles.
quarterback can
Twenty,
run
1
pass
yard line
option
of the
here,
Wildcats.
or he can throw it or
Miles
run it.
at quarterback.
They
A
don't
lot
get
of
him
field.
outside on anything
Yeah.
intentional very
No.
often, do they?
No, they keep him in the pocket, but he's got a lot of field to work with over there.
All right. Now he's back to pass.
Oh,
goes
he's
over
wide
to the
open.
sideline. He's got a man. And that's Ellis.
Miles
Wow.
pass.
Great pass
down
by
to the
Miles.
3-yard
Running up the
line.
sideline
That's
is
coming from
Ellis.
the backfield, I
Ellis
believe.
On the coverage for South Summit
It's got to be a
is
linebacker.
Mora.
He just wheeled around.
At
No one
the
picked him up.
5. First and
Quarterback
goal.
found him.
Eagles.
48
At the
seconds
5.
left, and it's first and goal for the Eagles at the 5-yard line. Beautiful pass by Miles to Ellis. And Ellis just moving his way up the sideline. Miles put it right on him. And the Eagles got a chance to get right back in this ball game. It's been everything from Miles. They haven't handed a direct handoff here in many plays. Might be time to do it. See if they can find a seam inside. Nope, across the middle. Beautiful job by Miles.
Touchdown.
I'll tell you what, that was a quick hitter. It looked like
Pop
Marino,
pass.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a little pop pass there. Now that snap was
18,
high.
yeah, and 18 was the receiver. And he brings it in. And another great catch. That is the second touchdown for number 18 in the ball game.
In the end zone.
And a beautiful drive by the Eagles with limited time, and they march down quickly.
I think they get the ball to open up the third quarter.
They do,
too,
and
so.
it's now at 20-13 as South Summit missed an extra point early on, so this thing could be a 6-point game. And South Summit's going to have to decide what they want to do with 45 seconds left. As the kick is up, and it's right down Broadway. So with 45 seconds left, big touchdown for the Eagles, and they narrow the margin to 6, with the Wildcats leading 20-14.
Waluigi set to kick off.
45 seconds left here in quarter number 2 as the Eagles put together an impressive 2-minute drive and have plenty of time left for South Summit to decide what they want to do. Short kick. South Summit's going to have a chance to return it. Oh, and he is going to bring it out. And who is that? Is that Mora? And Mora's got a chance up the sideline. He's got some blockers out in front. He's giving them a chance to catch up. And Mora definitely now gives South Summit a chance to put a drive together right here.
Excellent.
Finally, number 43 for the Eagles runs him down, but good special teams play on the return for Mora. Tell you what, I like the patience of Mora running down that sideline. He just kept waiting for blockers to get out in front of him. Cut it back a couple of times, stayed in bounds, kept the play rolling, and they're in business at the 45-yard line of the Eagles.
I don't know, how many timeouts do we have?
We've taken at least 2. I don't know if we got another one. I wish that was on the board. Lashy now gets out of some traffic. Now he's looking for somebody, and he goes across the middle. Ooh, that was dangerous. All right, it's Lashy trying to make something happen. Forced one across the middle, nothing there. Fortunately, it was not intercepted. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, both these quarterbacks are breaking fundamental rules.
Throwing across the field, across their body,
but,
under pressure.
Yeah, under pressure. He was directing traffic. He looked like Brett Favre out there.
Mikhailov was the intended receiver, Dante Mikhailov, so it'll bring up 2nd and 10, 26 seconds left. Burned a lot of time as well on that play.
Boy, he did, didn't he? That's about half the time.
Yeah, so Lashy now. Now a hitter on the outside. Good job. That's Britt Wilson.
We have an excellent field goal kicker here. Oscar
with a good leg, and we could use 3 points to keep it because it's only a 6-point margin.
Two-score game. Yeah, they got to keep that in mind. Oscar Dominguez can make them.
So Lashy back again.
Oh,
Nothing there. Now we got
start.
penalties all over the place.
Yeah,
Goes
no,
across
that's
the
too
middle.
bad.
He's got Stevens.
Lashley's
I think our
crossed the middle.
receivers went too
Stevens
quick.
completed.
So that's going to blow the clock dead, which is good, but it's probably going to march
Eagles
South Summit
player
back
didn't get off
by,
the
which is
field
going
in
to help
time.
the field goal opportunity. 14 seconds left. You got 3 plays at the most. And now you're going to need 15 yards for the first down. Where would you say we need to get Oscar for a
Oh, no,
that's on.
That's a legal
substitution?
Yeah, I was
Right
gonna say
now,
shit,
they'll take the game.
yeah, substitution. They must have had
12 men on the field.
something like
And
that.
another first down.
That's
after.
excellent. Now we're definitely in
Now,
field
yep,
goal range.
there's
now.
the
So
timeout
now,
for South Summit.
14 seconds. You
Man,
can
we have
easily
some
get 2
little
plays in
cheerleaders
the
out
end
there.
zone if you want.
Dancing,
And then
warming up,
kick it.
getting ready
Yeah.
to go.
I don't
Jeez, how
know
far
how
did they
many
move
timeouts
that?
we have.
Is that a 10-yard penalty? I'm going to have to study up high school
I think they
penalties.
declined it and they took the play.
Oh,
I think.
that's a good point.
I think they did.
Okay, that's where you got the 10 yards.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think that's right. I think it's a
I'm not
5-yard
that clueless
penalty.
about them, are they?
But
Maybe I am.
But at the 20, 14 seconds, really 14.8, so almost 15 seconds. You know, you can get a quick playoff in 5-6 seconds, and it's got to be quick.
This is them.
Now, if you're LCA, you just defend that goal line like
14,
everything in front of you, right?
Yeah, I mean that's
14 seconds. I don't know how many timeouts South Summit's got
right.
left.
Because if they have 2 timeouts, then they can do anything. They can run, pass, throw in the middle. But if they've only got 1 timeout, and they have the ball inbounds, they're going to have to use it, kick their field goal.
So 1st and 10 for South Summit. Takes the play to Stratton Stevens. Lashy's going to roll right. Now he's going to come back. He's got a man breaking. Oh! Good coverage, but the ball was right on the money.
It was a catchable ball.
Stevens, the intended receiver.
They can take one more shot, but I mean they can't. I think they've got a timeout, at least one. If I'm not mistaken. I mean
if they've got one, it's only one.
Yeah. If they do not have one, it's got to be no sacks.
It's got to be in the end zone, obviously, because you'll run out.
No sacks. No sacks here.
So 2nd and 10, ball at the 20. This would be huge for South Summit if they could come back with points of their own. Now Lashy's under pressure. He doesn't see him from behind. He gets hammered, and that's picked off.
That's not.
And Lashy got hammered in the backfield, and that's going to run the play clock out.
3 points there. We needed to. No.
No flag.
That's one you're going to want to tell Lashy, hopefully, in the future. He's got to fire that thing out of bounds, stop the clock, and give Dominguez a chance to get 3 points.
We've got. Is that just a hurt player over there, or what? We got a bunch of
They
people.
play down.
Is that Lashy?
Just a second, Colleagues. You can
Well, he
Yeah,
came off on his own power,
Yeah, that's
but it looks
Lashy.
like,
He's.
did he go down?
He's a little sore.
Nope, that's a Layton Christian player down on the ground.
Okay.
All right, so they're going to call it the half. So we got a 20-14 ball game as South Summit trying to score there late. Picked off by Layton Christian, and fortunately a Layton Christian man is down, so they'll be able to attend to him through to halftime.
That might have been the kid who picked it.
Because it was a hard hit there to bring him down.
Well,
so
he was kind of stumbling. So when he made the interception, it was low, down by his knees, and he was kind of stumbling forward, and he kind of stumbled right into the tacklers. And they might have.
The Layton Christian players coming over to support their players.
Might have been hit a
down.
little awkwardly.
All right, so we'll take a halftime break, and hopefully he's going to be okay through the halftime. South Summit leads at halftime over Layton Christian, 20-14.
The team hand, he's up. Not drinking water. That's a good sign. And now we'll welcome the South Summit Providence on the field. They'll be performing in their gold jerseys. What better dance to do in gold jerseys than hip hop? Here it comes. Bobby. Toss on the clubbing. Thank you. Somebody change the volume. Testing.
Somebody call 911. Shawty fire, fire. Somebody call Kingston. Let's go. Hey. Kingston. Let's go. Hey, hey. What's up, Kingston. Let's go back. What do you do? The way she dropping on that thing, got me wanna spend my money on her. She get it poppin' like it dropping that birthday. Gotta get her need to know that crazy thing. I took my red black card and my jewelry. My niggas cool like a fire, cool like fire. Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa. I gotta do her now. She won't bring the rest of the world on the dance floor. Whoa. She's fire burning on the dance floor. That little shawty fire burning on the dance floor. She's fire burning on the dance floor. That little shawty fire burning on the dance floor. That fire in the masterpiece, all it is more than every 100 years. But ain't no doubt I'm taking it all. I'm a brand new golden lane. Little mama game is about to change. She'll be on covers over the world. She did it poppin' like it's dropping that birthday cake. Gotta get her need to know that crazy thing. I take my red black card and my jewelry. It's cool like a fire. Moonlight fire, somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa, I gotta do her now. She won't bring the rest of the world on the dance floor. Whoa, she's fire burning on the dance floor. That little shawty's fire burning on the dance floor. She's fire burning on the dance floor. That little shawty's fire burning on the dance floor. Somebody call 911.
Testing. All right, let's hear it for our mini cheerleaders. Great job, girls. I saw the cheerleading coaches up here scouting you out to see who might be on the squad next year. Great job. I think we have the sound fixed again, I hope. We would want to give a special thanks to our Wildcat sponsors, Camas Colville Health Centers, Branca Homes, Camas Storage, Victory Ranch, High Valley Trucking, Camas Food Town, Ace Hardware, Summit Inn Pizza, Stock Exchange, Camas Valley Co-op, Tecom Wealth Management, Protection Wealth Management, Zion Bank, Camas Valley Feed, Mirror Lake Station, and Utah Luxury Real Estate. All the sponsors do so much for our athletic program here. So I'd like if you're rich and you want some management of your wealth, we have lots of it here in Camas. Let's do a big welcome. Wildcats back on the field in their gold uniforms. All right, keep it ready. We're set to go. Starting our second half. We're all set up. 2014.
All right, we're back after a good halftime show put on by the South Summit student body. We're ready to play some more football. It's been a great half, as South Summit's going to kick off to start quarter number 3 as the Layton Christian Eagles make a nice play on defense to finish off the second quarter, as an interception prevented South Summit from putting more points on the board. And the benefit now of this third quarter is Layton Christian gets the ball again as a squibber liner goes all the way through the back of the end zone, and Layton Christian will start on the 20-yard line. It's kind of a weird half, wasn't it, Aaron?
Yeah, it seemed like South Summit was doing the things they wanted to do. I think they may have left 3 on the board there at the end. And hopefully doesn't come back to haunt them. But LCA is definitely a very athletic team, but we've been able to put pressure on that quarterback pretty much at will.
I'll tell you what, both drives, they made it look easy when they scored, but at times they really struggled to get any kind of momentum going offensively. The running game, in terms of a straight traditional run game, has not gone well.
No. They're trying, though.
Yep.
They have not abandoned it. We might even see one right
kind
here.
of Miles improvising.
Just an off tackle.
Oh, and the ball's on the ground. That is not a way to start, but he picks up 3 yards anyway.
Yeah, he's lucky.
Talk about disastrous potential there.
Okay, so first play of the game, they've been trying that counter tray. This time they just got off the ball and went forward. And to be honest with you, with the size of their line, that's probably a wise adjustment to make. Don't be running away from our guys. Run right at them.
And why delay anything in the backfield and allow speed to get around your linemen?
We'll see if that's kind of a plan they're going to do here. Again, that quarterback is very athletic and dangerous.
Second down, he picked up 3 on the fumble. 2nd and 7. Miles up under
There's
center.
That counter tray
Hands
again.
off.
See that?
And
that's just not.
Picks up 2 or 3 hard yards. As the ball carrier again is number 9, Trevor Halalilo. And Kyson Atkinson on the tackle for South Summit. Picks up 3 or 4 more on the play, and it's a third manageable 3-4 yards to go.
This is where Layton Christian, I think this is what they want to do. They want to be this third and manageable, because I think they're be willing to go for it.
And if they could establish some control of the line of scrimmage here with that big offensive line, like you mentioned, guys like Gunnarsson and Hunter and others have been able to find holes and find their way. Miles is going to pick up the first down. Just on the quarterback keeper off the right side.
Yeah, see, and the other thing this does is it keeps South Summit off the field. So, you know, if this is Layton Christian goes in at half, and with the size of their team, this is probably a very much planned attack here. They're
well, I would say depth is not their strength either.
And they're only one score down, so, you know, they're back in business. They can just try to dictate. Now, defensively, you're going to start seeing South Summit put more guys up on the line. Their D-lines got to stay low. Riker, Woodard, Noah Gunnarsson, they got to stay down. These are big offensive linemen. If they get up on the shoulder pad, they're going to be going backwards. Here comes the pressure. Another fumble on the snap.
And a flag comes in. I think South Summit may have crept across too early.
It's possible.
See, what was it? Dead ball?
That's right.
Yep, offside.
Okay, no, that's not
offside.
No, you can't be offsides on the offense. Well, I guess they can line up. I guess they could have. Could have lined up in the neutral zone. Okay, that's what, yeah, I don't see that very often.
Offsides. Well, I don't ever see that on the offensive calls.
I think usually that's well, it's not an illegal procedure.
Offsides on the offense.
It's an illegal formation.
That's weird. All right, so Layton Christian loses 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 1st and 15.
Definitely like that.
Well, it was interesting formation, too, because it was like a bunch up. It was almost like they're setting up a...
There's a bootleg.
And he's in some trouble, and gosh, that ball's out. He's got it way out.
South Summit had everything covered there. That was an excellent defense. That was a bootleg. Quarterback faked and booted around, and his receiver was blanketed, and he had pressure as well, so he couldn't throw it or run it. And you're right, Cody. He was swinging that ball around trying to evade the tackler. That's dangerous.
That's way dangerous. Deep in your own territory now, 2nd and over 20.
Yeah, so again
by South Summit
defense.
defense.
So again, we're in that same position. This is what South Summit, I mean, obviously, 2nd and 20, we like that, but this is not good for LCA.
Okay, number 18 has been the go-to guy. Jet, they call him, as I got a message, and let's see if he's got a chance here. Now they go outside to try to cut this thing in half, and they get about half of it, not quite half of it, driven out of bounds by Wiley Crystal.
Yeah.
And
not bad,
there,
not bad
2.
on both teams here. South Summit just keeping them in front. LCA just taking what they give them, 3rd and 14.
Olubisi, the receiver for the Eagles. Yep, 3rd and long now. Just keep it in front. Don't get beat over the top. Layton Christian has taken some risk on 4th down, but still deep in their own territory here. Probably not a high probability if it's going to be 3rd and long. Let's see what Miles gets cooked up here for the Eagles on 3rd and long.
Cover 2.
And trying to bring some pressure, and they bring it, and he's going to try to scamper, but there's nowhere to go, and he's driven out of bounds.
Excellent job by that defensive end there.
So that's Gempler, Atkinson, and number 11, Blazard, all there.
When that quarterback starts scrambling, you get a little bit nervous.
So 4th and long, he picks up no yardage, maybe even lost a yard. So good job by South Summit, as it looked like Layton Christian wanted to establish the run and got off to a pretty good start on some positive yardage moving forward in the interior of that line. But South Summit makes some adjustments. Penalty really hurt them, as you said. They were down. And tell you what, 5 yards, change your play calling a little bit. And again, no punter in the backfield, so probably a quick kick coming from Miles. And there it is. This time he shanks it off his foot.
Yeah, that's
and
not
that
good
one
there.
is barely going to be, ooh, gosh, I don't even know if it's going to get to the 1st down marker.
Ooh.
14-yard punt, so South Summit gets a huge break. I tell you, I don't know what it is if they don't have a punter, but that was not effective that time.
He's had 2 nice ones, but that one did not. That one shanked off his foot.
That was about a 14-yard punt. This immediately, South Summit's up on the ball, ready to go. 1st and 10, South Summit playing with some energy here offensively, as the lead is down to 6, 20-14, as Lashy and the Wildcats.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's under pressure. Oh, he's going to scamper out of it. And still picks up some positive yardage, but that could have been way back because he was backpedaling.
Yeah, our right tackle got bull rushed, and he went back on his heels, and he was on Lashy quick.
So
she stepped up, evaded, and then got to the outside and picked up a yard.
That's amazing. He got back to even the line of scrimmage, picks up a yard on the play. Second and 1, or sorry, picked up 1, 2nd and 9 in South Summit. Trying to extend this 6-point lead. A handoff to Stembridge. Stembridge has been pretty quiet thus far running the football. Picks up 5 or 6 on the play. Good second down play. It'll bring up 3rd and manageable short. Defender on the play, number 52, and number 1 on the play for the Eagles on the tackle, and it'll bring up 3rd and 3. Probably 4-down territory in this part of the field for South Summit. Lashy, little fake handoff. Now he's under pressure. He throws it up deep, up for grabs.
Oh, he knocked it out of his defender's hands.
Luckily, that one falls incomplete for South Summit.
Kids going for the ball.
Stratton Stevens, the intended receiver. And Lashy put that one up for grabs again, throwing up into traffic. And it's now 4th and 3. So no hesitation going for it here on 4th down. As Lashy trying to draw him off. Nothing there. So now they'll see what kind of play call it is. Getting instructions from the sideline. And now Lashy looking to the right, nothing there. Now he's trying to go across the middle. He goes up high, and he's got a man, and it falls incomplete.
Safety
just Britton Wolstenhume is the intended receiver, and he was hit hard.
Safety there in time to knock the ball out. Lashy dropped it in there.
Wolstenhume comes up gingerly as he was hit hard.
You just kind of have to cradle that because you know you got the first down and not worry about any yak yards. Know you're going to get hit. Cradle over the ball, take the hit to the ground. I think he kind of tried to stride that.
Eagles 1st and 10.
Catch it softly in his hands.
On their own 37.
That safety knocked it out.
So a good hold by the Layton Christian defense, and they got a chance now, and that was a break. South Summit unable to convert on a very short punt and excellent field position, and they picked up a few yards, but Layton Christian survives, and they'll now have a chance again. 6:16 left in this 3rd quarter as the Eagles. Tell you what, another flag. It's got to be a
shift.
Delay game on the Eagles.
How do you delay on a
change of
possession?
Yeah, I'm not sure either. That is.
Got to be shaking your head. Now they're at 1st and 15 again. It's what stalled the drive last time. So the Eagles, South Summit getting a break. Another 5-yard penalty puts them in the hole, 1st and 15.
Oh boy, holy cow. He snapped it and no one was ready.
Nobody moved. Quarterback wasn't even ready.
Quarterback, they're lucky to get that back.
Between quarterback and the center.
So that's going to push them back further. Luckily, they didn't turn the ball over on the fumble. They lose 3 or 4 more on the play. And frustration's got to be building on the offensive side for the Eagles as they're going in the wrong direction. South Summit Energy is really getting up right tight. Look at how tight they're getting, like they're wanting to bring pressure each time. This time they've backed off a bit with 3rd and long, and now they bring Osgothorpe from the side. The ball's on the ground again, and I think South Summit's got it this time. What's happened to the Layton Christian offense? 4 or 5 plays in a row, they just have been unable to even get a simple snap together.
Yeah.
Bracken
Great turnover.
Braxton Blazard on the recovery for South Summit. And another stop for the South Summit defense, gets the turnover, and now again in excellent field position at the 31-yard line.
I see South Summit go for the end zone here.
Good time with some momentum.
So Bracken Stratton Stevens down here all by himself.
Now they hand it off to Stembridge. Stembridge has got some room this time. He's got Stevens out in front, lowering his head, getting good yardage. Stembridge, best run of the night for Trey Stembridge as he's down inside the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st down, South Summit inside the red zone. Number 11
there
for the Layton Christian Eagles with the tackle, but finally Trey Stembridge able to find some running room. And they go back to him again, and this time he's drugged down. Good tackle by Layton Christian. And number 52 able to corral him. And there's going to be a timeout on the field.
His helmet came off. He's got
to come off for a minute as number 52's helmet came off. Let's see. 52, one of the big linemen
Second
inside.
down, 9.
Don't have anybody on the roster, online or on paper for him. He hustled off. 2nd and 9. Now Lashy trying to go across the middle. Oh! Almost laid it in softly.
He put that on the money again, I think.
Now.
Tell you what, there wasn't much of a window there.
That defender stepped in front, and Stratton couldn't see it.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 9. Tell you what, it's going to make for a tough decision. If you got 3rd and 9, you go for it, or you kick that field goal. You almost got to take the 3 points.
Yeah, that's a 2-possession.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd down. Often the play call kind of tell you what they're thinking about on 4th down.
3rd and 9.
See if they try to get a few of it or they try to go for all of it. And back to pass. Lashy goes up high, and it's wide. Nobody's there, and the Layton Christian man settles right down under it.
That's another missed opportunity. Wow.
Well, that's consecutive times now down in the red zone that South Summit has turned the ball over with an interception.
Yeah, that receiver miscommunication must have hitched up because there's he threw it back in the end zone.
Nobody was even there. I mean, that's about as easy an interception as you'll ever get.
Yeah.
So the South Summit offense also sputtering. Offense has not been the message here in the 3rd quarters. Both teams struggling. 4:47 left in the 3rd quarter. South Summit's had chances to really extend this lead, put some distance in between them, and they're allowing Layton Christian to stay in, but the offense of Layton Christian is still sputtering as well.
Again, they keep trying to pull those linemen, and I don't mean to be second-guessing, but just line up and go. I mean, that's to our strength. We're small and quick.
Caden Hunter able to track that one down from the left side, and you're right. It's taken too long to hit the
that just hasn't worked all night.
2nd and 12 as he loses 2 yards on the play. Their leading rusher has really been held to a little. Now this time across the middle, and the ball comes out.
Targeting. Again, just in this day and age, a hard hit's going to draw a flag.
That one wasn't even high.
No, I think he used his shoulder.
Defenseless receiver is the term now.
Yeah, I think they're just, again, it was a hard hit. Yep.
But that's what you do across the middle, right?
Yeah.
A good legal hard hit.
Yeah, I didn't see, a head-to-head. They're calling that, but, 10 years ago, that would have been a perfectly fine play. But not today. So you got to just kind of
adjust,
graze, and go for the ball.
All right, so it'll be a penalty on South Summit. Targeting against a defenseless receiver. That's a big penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't know what you tell DBs in this day and age. Just hit them hard, but not too hard.
So, 1st and 10, 33-yard line. See if that gives some momentum to Layton Christian. Now they find somebody on the outside. Receiver on the outside is who, Laird? Number two, Obelisi, I believe, is his name.
Okay, we got a 2nd and short.
Obelisi is his name. Okay, so he picks up 9 on the coverage for South Summit. Woodward for the Wildcats. 2nd and short.
We might go deep here. 2nd and short.
Yeah, less than a yard. Pick up the 1st down. 3:34. Both teams struggling offensively. And let's see who can pull it together. The Eagles trying to do it. Down only 6. Missed extra point, playing quite a role. Now he's going to go deep. Miles, he's got a man out there, and he's caught it. Right stride for stride. Beautiful pass by Miles, and you called it, Aaron. Go up over the top. Is that more on the coverage out there?
Hitch and go. Now the previous play was a hitch.
And who's the receiver?
That's number 2 again.
2 again. That's back-to-back receptions by the Eagles.
Well, they run the hitch, and this time they run the hitch and go. And you've just got to be disciplined as a corner and understand your situation here at 2nd and 1. They're trying to bait you, and they sure did. That was a pretty pass. I mean, he got it out and let his receiver run under it.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 inside the 20, red zone. Layton Christian in business is a big hitter over the top. And the
They're
Eagles
going back to a cover 2.
So now Miles under pressure.
There's
He
the pressure.
scampers, and he's still gone.
Holy
Now
cow.
he's got to get
Holy
rid of the
cow.
foot. He's going back and back.
Oh,
He's even going to
yeah.
get that back to the line of
Wow.
scrimmage. How does he even get it back to the line of
What a
scrimmage?
throw. That's a 40-yard throw against his body.
Going backward.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, that's got to make a coach cringe.
Hey, he,
Stop running backward.
He retreated 32 yards, Cody.
Holy
cow.
I mean, that's what you call a drive ender if you get taken down.
Yeah.
And
he was
then
able
you
to
get desperate.
Yeah. He flung that ball 35 yards down the field, rolling to his left.
Oh, that might be one of the best passes of the night.
Wow.
Just get rid of it.
We got a penalty.
Oh, it's
We
on
got, like,
South
holding.
Summit.
Holding on the
Defensive
or
holding?
something. I don't know.
What is that penalty? Let's see if we can go to the.
Well, that was, yeah.
Oh, my. It was a short one. Defensive holding. I don't know what it was.
Stay first down for the
We were
Eagles.
still amazed by the
That was, yeah.
scrambling of getting out of trouble, and it turns into a penalty for South Summit. Now a handoff up the middle. This time he's got room, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown,
penalty
Layton
here.
Christian. There's been the first real hole up the middle, and you said it, just quick hit it.
Yeah, we might have a chop block here because I saw.
Is there a flag?
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw a
there is a
Layton
flag.
Christian kid on all fours, and a South Summit kid laying down. That could be. It's just a hold.
Oh, well, that's another big penalty, and the Layton Christian coach clear out on the field.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for them.
And
And I'm not sure that really had anything to do with the play, to be honest with you. I think it was off the, on the backside of the play. So.
We're going to try first down again.
Because, yeah, I think at the point of attack, he was just through the hole. There was just, all right. Well,
now we're back to what down?
First
down,
8.
and 8 or 9. What a goofy quarter this has been.
Yeah, boy.
This is what you call not cohesively flowing.
That's a
Now,
pop pass. Oh,
look at him. Still
Holy
alive, and he
cow.
finds his way out. He's going to find the
How
first
did
down.
he do that?
My gosh, he is a magician back there,
Nifty.
elusive.
They're going for the
And
pop
gets the
pass
first
there.
down.
South Summit had it
Pick up 10.
covered, and 2 South Summit defenders missed him in the backfield. Wow.
Just whiffed.
That is just.
I mean, he just takes a
and
step
he
and then
holds that
dives
ball
out.
out like a loaf of bread, and he just dances.
So that's going to be first. Did he get past the 10? Yes, he did. So he's inside the 10. First and goal
Wow.
for Layton
At
Christian.
the 6-yard line?
At the 6-yard line.
8-yard line? 6.
Tell you
yeah.
what, this thing is getting tighter and tighter as the Wildcats lead by 6. But Layton Christian knocking on the door. Had points taken off the board 2 plays ago. And now a chance to tie this thing up and a chance to extend with an extra point.
Pop pass
Now
again.
there it is
Oh,
across.
oh.
Did he get it?
Oh, he did.
Touchdown, Layton Christian.
Yeah, that's a strong.
Is that Ellis or is that? That's Ellis with the catch.
That's all hands.
I tell you, Miles gets rid of that thing fast,
Yeah,
man.
he
It's
just held
just
that ball. 2 defenders trying to knock it out. She shows tremendous strength.
whew, we got ourselves a
that
ball
thing.
game here.
Well,
Layton Christian ties it up. I'll tell you what, South Summit's got to be kicking themselves.
yeah.
As
Wow.
they had how many possessions down here? Inside 2 possessions,
And-
inside
and
the
before
40.
half,
Yep, they've really
3 in a row.
had some chances to extend this lead and have miscued. And now with an extra point, Layton Christian can take the lead. The kick is up, and it's good. And for the first time this evening, Layton Christian takes their first lead of the night, 21-20, as they've gone now 14 consecutive points. And their first lead of the night with 2:27 left. The Eagles lead by 1.
2:27 left in this third quarter. Eagles on top for the first time. we'll see if the Wildcats can answer. Well, BC.
So, Layton Christian finally puts the drive together in this third quarter. And they are now in the lead, re-energized, 21-20. The Eagles on top as South Summit will get a chance to return this one as Mora brings it out of the end zone, trying to find a hole, and he's going to get drugged down. He gets across the 20.
So you can see Layton Christian is
they got some more fire now, don't they?
They really do. And South Summit's going to have to buckle down here because Layton Christian's, they feel pretty good about things right now. They were on the ropes.
Tell you what, South Summit had multiple times they could have gone up by 3 touchdown scores.
That's true. Yeah, right before half, and they should have put something else here. Yeah, they could have anywhere from 6 to 14 more points right now.
So big drive here for South Summit. Tell you what, those Layton Christian numbers are hard to see, aren't they, Larry?
Yeah, that's silver.
Maybe we're just getting old. Oh, it's like a light gold number on a white jersey. And what's the hold up here now?
Get a timeout.
Well, looks like there's a timeout.
Official timeout.
Both sides are going to the sideline, so we'll take a break. Big drive coming up for South Summit as they need to get something going offensively. They trail by 1.
Huge series for the Wildcats. As the Eagles will go back to take the lead, 21-20. First and 10, South Summit. 24-yard line.
All right, we're speculating what's happening out there. It looks like the officials trying to prevent any emotional
outbursts,
trying to calm each side down.
Yeah, that was an official's timeout.
Yeah, they talked to each side and said, hey, we're guessing, obviously, but that's what it looked like. Now, trying to establish something offensively. Stembridge now. Oh, it's Stembridge! Out in front. He's across midfield. Still on his feet. Gets a stiff arm, and he's across the 30. Whoa.
That's a good. Oh, we got a flag. See, so we got a late hit.
Who's that on?
Flag down here. It's going to be a late hit on somebody.
Well, it's still going to be a lot of yardage.
It's going to be extracurricular. I think it might be on LCA.
So this game
or it could be sideline warning.
Oh, it might be it. He was running.
That's what it is.
You often get kids and coaches running along with
on a long run like that, okay, that's just a warning now, so that's good. So that's now that
Stembridge goes about 65 yards.
Yeah, what a nice run.
And I'll tell you, I loved him protecting the ball as he ran down. All right, South Summit trying to go right back. Lashy up over the top. Nope, too far and
cover
outside.
2 again.
Double coverage, Stevens.
Wasn't close. Well covered by Layton Christian.
And I'll tell you,
But this is
he's kind of honing in on him, isn't he?
Yeah, and you can see, South Summit's now. Football's a funny game with that momentum. You can viscerally see it. South Summit's now pepped up, and Layton Christian's a little bit standoffish now. They're a little more nervous.
2nd and 10. Each possession getting bigger and bigger throughout this game. South Summit now trails by a point. This time, Stembridge is hit in the backfield.
That's not Ellis, that's 8.
What number's that, Laird?
Number 8.
Number 8 for Layton Christian with the big tackle.
Yeah, he just sliced through and no one blocked him.
So he's going to lose a couple of yards on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
Third down.
I'm guessing we're in 2-down territory here. Although again, this is field goal range for Dominguez. I mean, we're not. He can make it. He's a 43
Right,
yarder.
big 3rd down play, and a little shuffle pass to the side.
It's a little mix up, I think.
There's
some confusion.
Nowhere to go.
So Stembridge
he's
comes
hurt.
up gingerly. He's tackled a bit awkwardly on the play. He loses a
Lashy
yard.
wanted him to run up inside, or then he ended up pitching it. That was weird. I don't know what it was.
So 4th down play. Okay, here's Dominguez. I've been wanting to see him kick one. So the ball's at 28. Yep. 48 yarder.
44.
Sorry.
Oh, 45.
27. Yeah, 17. 44, 45 yarder. 47 seconds. He's got plenty of leg to get it. Let's see if he can get some protection. And the snap's down. Kick is up. Plenty of leg. Is it through? Oh! It hit the upright. Oh, my gosh, that looked good from here. It's not.
It would have been.
It came right back, too. Oh, wow. That is tough. All right, I like the opportunity for Dominguez. He had plenty of leg, and that one looked good, but it hits the upright.
It's amazing, Cody, how often that ball hits those uprights in the game.
Well, how often does it come straight back like that? The geometry involved there is got to be pretty minuscule for that to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can take that. This 3rd quarter is not ready to wrap up here. We know we can do it. So, we hold on and keep it close. That can be a real asset.
Absolutely. 35.4 seconds left in this 3rd quarter.
Oh, we're not
the Eagles
covering that wing.
dodge a bullet and still lead.
Oh, there we go.
Now Miles.
Now they're mixing it up.
And it took way too long again, and South Summit gets way upfield, drives him back.
10-yard loss.
Well, they're going to give him forward progress at the 15-yard line. Who was that for South Summit? Brady Freeman coming across his defensive line spot. Nowhere is, again, Aaron, like you mentioned, that play just took so long to develop.
Well, that looked almost like ours, where they were
miscommunication,
confused.
yeah. Well, it's going to end quarter number 3.
Wow. Okay.
As a really difficult quarter offensively. Layton Christian getting the points to go up by 1. We're going into quarter number 4. Layton Christian has the ball and a 1-point lead as they lead 21-20.
We'll play another 12. If you happen to be missing a small computer that looks like a cell phone, I think it's a Pro, it's a 14 Pro Max, I think. But it's huge. It's sitting up here by me. Has a little OtterBox.
All right,
cover
we're
on
at the start of quarter number 4. Layton Christian with the football inside their own 20. Miles is going to roll right, and he's got a man out on the outside. Beautiful pass and round. He's going to pick up about half.
See, now I'm actually surprised that we don't have more of that.
I'll tell you what, he looks good rolling out.
That gives him the run pass option.
11.
And
Third down and 4.
yeah, you know, that's.
You know what he looks like to me sometimes? What's the Arizona?
Oh, Murray?
Yeah, Murray.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
he's
like
about
that,
5'11", 6 foot. He's quick.
He's a new age quarterback that they have.
He looks good when he's rolling out right
so
there.
Lamar Jackson.
Wiley Crystal on the coverage for South Summit. Yeah.
That's
looks like Bryce Young, the new guy from Alabama as well. 6-footers that are athletic. Well, even the Georgia quarterback, Stetson Bennett, was like that a bit. All right, third and a long 4. Big third down play. And they give it to Miles, and Miles gets through, and he's going to get good yardage off the right side.
They fake that counter, Trey.
Tell you what, I like that one.
And and South Summit chased the running back, and he was all by himself. Again, we don't want that quarterback in the wide open.
Blazard with the tackle as Miles picks up good yardage. Now, obviously, last thing South Summit wants to give up is a touchdown on a time-consuming drive. 10:50, and now the clock's starting to play a role.
We've also got field position factor here. If they can push it to midfield, they really have an advantage because they can push it us way back in our own end.
I tell you just never know how crucial an missed extra point's going to play in a game, and now it's the whole difference. I tell you, the kicking game always playing a role. South Summit trying to draw some pressure, and he kicks it out again. And if he's able to get to the corner, nope, he's going to get drugged down. Yeah, easy. Oh. Is it going to go? That official had the flag out. Good, nothing called, but that could have been
close.
big.
Yeah, we had an LCA guy there at the end.
Who was putting the pressure on, Laird?
That was
Freeman again?
Yeah, that was Freeman. Excellent job.
Freeman really getting upfield and making Miles have to go way wide, and he's able to.
I'll tell you, he's lucky he only lost one there. That was
agreed. How he's making the corner. He's just fleet-footed.
Yep.
So another big play here, 2nd and 11.
Little testy, too.
I'll say. Emotional kind of game. As South Summit had a rough third quarter offensively. And now find themselves trailing, and Miles and the Eagles. Now there's pressure, and South Summit gets to him finally, gets the sack. There was nowhere for him to scamper that time. And that is number 51, Will Broadhead. And who was the other guy with him? Riker Woodward there as well. As good upfield pressure put on by the defensive front of South Summit.
That hitch and go again. That's what they were trying for. The problem is that takes extra time, which he did not have.
The speed of the defensive line for South Summit paying off.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, it's been a seesaw effort back and forth with these lines. At times, the offensive line of Layton Christian has really provided some good openings for some runs, but that time leaks throughout the coverage, and Layton Christian now down 3rd and 20.
There's a rollout.
Now going backside. Now we got a double screen, and now if he hits that, he's got it hit hard. Good job. As South Summit able to recover. That's number 2, Osgarthorpe, and number 13, Mora.
Yeah, he had blockers.
He did. He's lucky he didn't get past that last covered man.
I think had he cut that inside, he might have gotten a little more yardage. He kept it on the outside. We just pushed him into the sideline.
Who was the receiver? Was that number 2? Olubisi, I believe, was the receiver on that play. That's a good play call.
Yeah, they set that up. They had that set up pretty well. South Summit rallied.
He was rolling right. So, big 4th down play. I'll tell you what, talk about a gutsy play. Tough call right here. 4th and 4. You're in your own territory. You're up 1. They haven't stepped back and punted all night. They've been quick kicking right out of the shotgun formation, and they're going to go for it. Talk about rolling the dice as Miles is going to go deep, and he's got a man, and is it intercepted? No, it's a good thing it wasn't intercepted.
I thought it was caught. Then I thought it was intercepted.
Yeah, that was tough.
We got a penalty.
Oh, boy.
It's a dead ball.
Is it going to be after the play?
Yeah, so I think they pointed Layton Christian,
unsportsmanlike against South Summit.
Now, that's after the play, so we should get the ball, but 15 yards back. So And I don't know who that's on, and whoever that is not smart.
I don't know.
I mean, we have the ball on the 45. Now it's going to be on our 40.
I'll tell you. Tempers flaring. 9:12 left. Been an intense second half. Not a well-played second half, but an intense second half. Because now the offense for South Summit.
They're lucky that was a dead ball penalty. That happens during the play.
Imagine if that drive continues.
That's right.
Okay, South Summit fortunate enough to come away with the football, but again, lost 15 yards of field position. So it'll be 9:12 left in the fourth quarter. South Summit trailing by a point, 21-20. The offense has struggled in this second half. See if they can't put together with some quick hitters, and now it slips right out of the hands.
Catch that.
And that's Britton Woolstenhue.
Boy, Lashy's good at that pass.
He throws
puts
it perfectly, doesn't he?
Just there in stride. I mean, that's just
perfect example there of Woolstenhue looking downfield before he brings it in. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They brought the heat there.
Which is
they're committing. They're committing guys.
Good play call if you're going to do it there too.
Here they come again.
So Lashy. Back to pass. Good pocket this time. Outside. There it is to Gempler. Excellent execution as Gempler on a great route. Good delivery by Lashy. Across midfield. Looks like he's going to get the first down, and exactly what South Summit needs. Move the chain.
Again, I'm really just not quite sure. These corners for Layton Christian they're not very aggressive.
They give a lot of room, don't they?
And I don't know that that's necessarily
needed.
I mean, I don't know, but.
All right, 1st and 10 for South Summit. 9:04 left, and flags come flying.
4 offsides.
Something pre-snap. Somebody's going to lose 5 yards. They're pointing, and it looks like they're going to march it against Layton Christian. So there's a break for South Summit. That moves it down to the 45. 1st and 5. We've had 1st and 8s. We've had 1st and 9s. We've had 1st and 5s.
Yeah, we sure have, haven't we? Just about as many 1st and 10s. There we go. Moving up
9:03. South Summit trying to get in a situation to put some more points on the board. See if they can sustain a drive. Got an optimal time to do it. Stembridge gets the handoff, and he picks up 3 or 4 on the play. Gets close to the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and short. And good offensive coordinator loves to play with this play. 2nd and short. You want to take a chance here, Aaron, or do you just play it conservatively and get the first down?
Let's just get the first down. Yeah, I mean, our offense has been struggling a little bit. We need some continuity here.
Good word. I like it.
Yeah.
Continuity. See if they want to go to one of those outside quick hitters again. Nope, nothing there on that one. Now Lashy's in some trouble, but he's got a chance to pick up good yardage on the scramble.
Excellent.
Good job. And there it is.
And I think you got to call that. I mean, it was a love tap, but you
5 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, he was he was almost to the track, and it was a love tap, but still, he tapped him. I mean, you just can't do that.
So 21-20, Layton Christian lead. South Summit moving now with a 15-yard penalty at the end of that play.
It's going to be a half the distance because we're inside the 20.
So,
or maybe not.
Let's see where they march it. Okay, so they march it out to the 11-yard line. Is it first? Nope, not 1st and goal. Nope. So South Summit can pick up a first down.
Yeah, they got to get the change set.
8:20 left in this fourth period in the ball game. South Summit trying to reclaim the lead. They led for majority of this ball game, but Layton Christian rallying in that third quarter and at the end of the second quarter. South Summit has not scored since the second quarter, and to put it, in real terms, have struggled a bit offensively.
Yeah, the middle of the game, we've had some
putting a good little drive together right here. Getting some help with some penalties from Layton Christian. 2 penalties in the last couple of plays, helping South Summit get close. Now Lashy's trying to scramble again. He's got some room. He cuts it inside, lowers his shoulder. Awkwardly lands.
Yeah, he's on the 1, though.
Almost looked like he really could have launched himself and got in there, but Layton Christian fortunate to keep him out of the end zone, but he's close to the first down marker.
Now we just need to settle down. We got a first down. Well, I guess we're not quite the first down.
2nd and 1.
Yeah. Well, we can just concentrate here. Get the play in. Get organized.
All right, 7:46 and counting. Going down to the wire here.
Uh-oh. Do we have 12 men on the field?
Miscommunication with the formation.
Oh.
Yeah, might be time to call a timeout.
Whoa. There's a lot of confusion here.
25-second clock's got to be. Play clock, I mean. So, Lashy gets it off. Now he's looking right. Nothing there. He's got a chance. Oh, now he's going to get it scrambled down. Does he throw it?
They're going to be called that incomplete, I think.
That's awkward as he was tackled, getting spun. Well, I hope
that play just wasn't good from the start. We were running all over. We were. Yeah, that's just
all right, regroup time. 3rd and 1.
Settle down.
Looks like a timeout's going to be called. Everybody needs a breather. As it's 3rd and 1, just outside the 3-yard line. South Summit trying to reclaim the lead. They're down a point, 21-20. .7:17 left. Laird's got his binoculars out, looking down on the goal line. It's a big 3rd down for the Wildcats. Lashy's out of the shotgun.
That's a tight end. He's going to be wide open.
And there's somebody over the middle, wide open. Touchdown, South Summit Stembridge.
Tight end was there. He went for the middle guy.
Nobody accounted for Stembridge out of the backfield, and he just snuck across, turned around. Lashy hit him, had to get the time he needed, so good job by that line. And South Summit goes out on front, 26-11. Now, do you go for 2 here? You probably do, don't you?
Do. Yep, you go for 2.
All right, it looks like they're thinking about it. Is that Lashy still out there?
Yep. Yep, it's loud. Yep.
All right. Going to move it to the left hash. 7:11 left in the ball game. South Summit drive put together and finished off by a Trey Stembridge 3-yard touchdown reception from Lashy. South Summit going for 2. Trying to move this thing up to 7. Lashy's going to roll right. He's got a chance to get in, and he does, and he gets the 2-point conversion. All right, that's a big, big play now as the lead's back up to 7, 28-21. How about that drive?
He just made his decision there. He had the option to pass, but he saw that opening. The Layton Christian defensive end really stretched it, and he cut right inside of him, and there was nobody there.
All right, so we'll take a little breather as South Summit gets a much-needed touchdown. First one of the second half, and they go back up by 7.
I still have this iPhone up here. It is a very nice iPhone. Keep in mind. It has an OtterBox cover, and it looks like an iPhone 14 Max. T-Mobile. Man and woman picture in the front.
7:11 left in this hotly contested, emotional ball game tonight as this team has now gone back and forth in the last couple of possessions. The South Summit goes back out in front. That one's short by Dominguez, taking it to 15, trying to get to the right side up his wall. He finds a little seam, and he's got some room up the right side. He's to the 40, to the 45, cuts it back. He's across midfield all the way into South Summit territory. Finally, who from South Summit is able to run him down, but that is a big return for the Eagles.
That's clear across the field. I mean, he caught it on the left side. And
Braddock Larson
cut all the way across.
And that was a long way to run.
Yeah.
Finally, South Summit runs him down. But a big return by the Eagles, and they're able to get into South Summit territory. And just like that, they're in business to try to tie this thing up.
See, so this leaves all the options open for Layton Christian. They could run it. They can throw it. They have plenty of time with 7 minutes. You know, if they're back on their own 20, they have to be a little bit more aggressive. Try to push the ball down the field, but right here, they can do anything they want.
So the ball sits at the right hash at the 45-yard line of South Summit. Layton Christian trailing by 7. 28 South Summit, 21 Eagles. Miles has had a great second half. Moving the ball here for Layton Christian, and now they just tuck it under and pick about 4 yards on a run. Who's the ball carrier there, Laird? Haven't seen him carry the ball. Did you get that? 22, the ball carrier for Layton Christian. Did you get a tackler? Larson. Oh, Hunter with the tackle for South Summit. So, picks up about 3 on the play, 6:34 and counting. South Summit holding on to a 7-point lead.
Yeah, if I'm Layton Christian, I really think you stick with this. Now South Summit's bringing some heat.
So Miles now some time. He's got a man out wide, but little pickup.
Completes it, but 2 yards.
Jet looked like
I think he's got a cramp issue.
He went down like he's hurt and can't move a bit. It might be a cramp.
Yeah.
As a lot of these kids going both ways. So it looks like there'll be a injury timeout on the field as they attend to the injured player for Layton Christian. 1 2 yard reception on the play. As we come back, it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Eagles.
Trying to work out a cramp. And he's up. Some between. You're walking it off. One last mention of our sponsors. Cameron Scoville Health Centers, Brinker Homes, Cameron Storage, Victory Ranch, High Valley Trucking, Cameron's Food Counties, Hardware Sunday Pizza, Stock Exchange, Cameron's Valley Co-op, Teton Wealth Management, Protection Wealth Management, Bryan Bank, Cameron's Valley Beach, Clear Lake Station, and Utah Luxury Real Estate. 9 o'clock and we're ready to go.
3rd down play, 6:06 left in the ball game as Layton Christian into South Summit territory. Now rolling right is Miles. He's under pressure. Coming from behind is Freeman.
Freeman played that perfectly. That's that rollout.
Brady Freeman coming from the backside.
Letting him get outside.
Miles did not see him coming from the backside and tried to cut it back and ran right into the path of Brady Freeman. Brady's had a great second half. And they're going to lose 5 yards on the play. And
perfect
now,
defense for
that
that
was
play.
fantastic. 4th and 10. And now a big call for the Eagles with 5:33 and counting. Still plenty of time if you ended up punting the football.
Yeah. Yeah, you got 5.5 minutes.
This is a tough call.
Oh, they might quick kick it.
Yeah.
This would be a good time to quick kick it.
Nobody's back. Could pin him back.
He's going to quick kick it.
4th and 10. Miles. Nope,
no.
He's dropping back.
Yeah.
Going across the middle, and it's up and intercepted by South Summit Blazard. Blazard tucks it under, and Blazard trying to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a knockdown, but that's okay. We'll take the
We'll take it,
interception.
and that's exciting. They'll lose 9 yards on the play, but they get the possession. And now the momentum swings back to South Summit.
You got the Ellis kids hurt now, too.
Okay, so
Okay, that's
first
a
and
big
10. That's a
defensive
big play. Good
this
coverage.
Could be it right here. They play their cards right.
Put a couple of first downs
Yep.
together. Soak this clock. Here's where you need a big dose of Stembridge out of the backfield. Some of those little swing passes out to the outside maybe where you can burn some clock, pick up some yardage. 3 men wide to the right for South Summit. Stembridge next to Lashy. 4:59 left in the ball game. South Summit leading by 7, 28-21. And Lashy gets the snap. There's the quick hitter out to the outside to Wolstenhue. And good defense put on. That's number 10 for the Eagles. And the receiver is number 8 on the play, Britton Wolstenhue. No yardage picked up. Keeps the clock running, however, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got to pick up probably 2 to 3 first downs to burn this thing.
Yeah. Now, now it's flipped the other way, whereas we have some field position. Worst case scenario, we can pin them back if we don't get a first.
Lashy gets the snap. Looks to the left side this time. And out wide, trying to break a tackle or two. Who's the receiver out there?
Stratton.
Pick up a couple.
That's
85.
Stevens picks up a couple. Keeps number 2, brings him down for the Eagles. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 8. I tell you what, this is always a tough call as well, is do I play something that keeps the clock rolling or do I try something down the field to pick up the first down? With this much time, you got to pick up the first down. So Lashy trying to dial something up to pick up 8 yards. Got to get to the 47. Ball is just inside the 40. All right, now looks like quarterback draw, nothing there. Pulls it out. Now trying to find some room. He's got a man way out wide to Osgothorpe, and the ball falls incomplete. And that's tough on both ends as you stop the clock and don't pick up any yardage. So South Summit tries to get the first down, obviously, but falls short. And now it'll bring up 4th and long, and you got to punt it, don't you, Aaron?
I think you do. You're on your own 44.
3:25 left on the clock. Drops Stembridge back. Does a good job punting the football.
We
and
had a
penalty on South Summit, so it's going to be 4th down. Layton Christian declines. I didn't even see the flag. Layton Christian declines the penalty. 4th and 8, and Stembridge is back to punt for South Summit. So the Layton Christian defense holds when it needs to. Good snap. Stembridge with a booming punt. Beautiful punt by Stembridge. High. And almost got a clip. Able to get himself turned. And South Summit's able to bring him down.
Just go out of bounds.
And there's the penalty. What's that one?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, it has been a...
I think that would have been a clip, but Osgothorpe turned around and then he hit him in the front.
Yeah, in the front side.
That's on South Summit.
That's one of those late ones.
He did one of these.
Personal foul, dead ball, unsportsmanlike against South Summit.
Oh boy. It's 15 yards.
That makes the drive much easier.
Whatever's going on with that, I don't know if it's talking. I don't think it's hitting or late hit because there's no.
It's got to be somebody running their mouth.
Yeah, because, I mean, that just looked like a gang tackle. I mean, there was nothing, and all of a sudden the flag came out. So if someone's talking, they need to. That
it's costly, isn't it?
Yeah, very much is. And they're 47-yard line now.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
3 minutes is plenty of time.
Remember, they scored how quickly they scored right before half as well.
But they do have to get in the end zone. That's the. So South Summit needs to protect that end zone.
1st and 10, Eagles.
We're definitely in 4-down territory.
Needs 7 points to tie this thing up. Miles back
That's
to pass.
That's
There's
illegal
a penalty.
motion.
And he's airing it out.
Ooh.
And good coverage by South Summit.
That's going to be an illegal motion penalty. That 2 men going at the same time.
So that'll move him back 5 yards. Whew. This is not how you shift it or how you script it offensively, is it?
No.
Fortunately, South Summit's gotten the 1 score they needed to go back out in front.
First and 15 now.
Now it's going to be 1st and 15. 3:04 left on the clock.
Layton Christian just really relies on athleticism and opportunism. It's kind of, they're hard to watch when it's not working. When it's working, it's pretty dazzling.
Pretty flashy, exciting.
Yeah, they'll have 5 or 6 dud plays and then 1 just spectacular play.
All right, 1st and 15 off the illegal shift. Now some pressure being put on. Quick one across the middle. Beautiful route and a beautiful pass. He's going to pick it all up on 1 pass.
That was a nice execution there. That's good coverage.
That is good coverage, and there wasn't much of a window, and he threaded it right in there.
Nice.
Picks up 17 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Eagles inside South Summit territory now.
He released that quickly. That was a nice play.
Ball at the 42-yard line. Who was on the coverage there? Cole Lloyd there for the Wildcats. 2:44. Chains moving for the Eagles into South Summit side of the field. Miles staying with the shotgun. Got to look at something, getting him out moving. Now he's got time. He's going to go up deep, putting it up for grabs, and that one goes out of bounds. And nothing there. And that'll fall incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, this has got to be 4-down territory.
Yeah, boy, I mean, I'm not quite sure. I mean,
there's plenty of time still to run the football.
Those little hitch passes. And, I don't know. I guess they're going for all of it on that play. But
all right, 2nd and 10.
Clock stops at 2:23.
Tell you what, you can feel a little briskness in the air now, can't you?
Yeah.
It's a little different than those first couple of games.
Yeah.
Feels like football weather. And we've certainly had an entertaining football game tonight. Not the cleanest of games in terms of execution, but Miles lowers his head. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Gets it across the 40 to the 38.
Well,
I'll
on
tell
the
you.
tackle for South Summit, Caden Hunter and Kyson Atkinson. So Miles picks up short 5, long 4. Under 2 minutes now on the clock. Still plenty of time. No real hurry yet for Layton Christian, but they got to pick up first downs, obviously. 3rd and 6.
Last play, had a couple linemen just watching that quarterback run instead of blocking. You would have got more yardage.
Pressure being put on by Atkinson.
Oh,
Miles is up front. He's got room up the middle, and he goes down.
That was a smart play right there.
Good job by Miles. Picks up the first down. Stop the
Sliding.
clock as they move the chains.
You know, I don't think that was a designed run. I just think we timed a blitz right there, and we were in his face. I think he saw
the play
go the opposite direction. We kind of ran by him.
Layton Christian timeout. 1:30 left on the clock. We'll take a break as the Eagles trying to tie this thing up, trailing by 7.
.132 left on the clock. First and 10, Eagles. On the Miles run up the middle.
All right, 1:32. They put 2 seconds back on the clock. First and 10, Layton Christian.
Now
just
there's
outside
emergency.
25-yard line, 1:30 left. Now you got to be a bit conscientious of getting out of bounds, hustling to the line, just burned a timeout.
That's how Summit's bringing people.
They're right up now. They back off a bit. They roll Miles out to the right. He's got some time and tries to come up to a guy. Do they give him the catch?
No.
Incomplete pass. So falls incomplete. Stops the clock.
Third down.
Defensive end over there, again, doing a nice job keeping him contained.
Is that Lloyd? 18, I believe it is. Cole Lloyd. Or was it
23?
Oh,
it's Gempler.
Oh, Gempler, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good job. I mean, he didn't sack him, but he had to throw kind of over him, around him, and he couldn't sprint around him.
I'm surprised Miles, usually when he gets out into the open field, he's looking to run.
Yeah.
And he put it in the air that time. 2nd and 10, falls incomplete. 1:24 left on the clock. South Summit up by 7.
There's the same play. Right
now he's going across the middle, and there's a flag coming in from the sideline.
More excellent defense.
That was
there.
good coverage as he
just slapped it right down.
Dove right in front of the play, knocks it down, flag on the play.
I think we're going to have a false start. Or, no, it would be a false start, but illegal move, holding
on the offense. So there's a big play big penalty for South Summit. That takes you back 10 yards, and those are tough yards to make up when you're down.
Okay, so you can go 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 20.
I think you got to take the yards. Got to make them play another yard or time anyway, in my opinion.
Yeah, looks like they're taking it. Yeah, that's always a nice coaching discussion. 1 down to get 10, 2 downs to get 20.
Second down.
So we're down to 1:19. Penalty assessed, 10-yard penalty. Ball's back at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 20. The first down marker sits at the 17 of South Summit. So a lot of yards to make up here for Layton Christian. They've proven to be able to have some big plays. Now up under center this time is Miles. Brings a man in motion from the outside. Fakes the handoff. Now he's looking. Now he's under trouble. Here comes Freeman. Freeman unable to corral him. And he got out of another. And he gets hit behind. There's a big hit coming from behind. And that is number 51.
Yeah, that's a little too much improvising right there.
No, it's not. Drilled him.
He's wanting a helmet-to-helmet, but as a
you
quarterback, you can't run to the sideline yet and
then stop
to throw.
Knowing that you got people pursuing, he was trying to look to throw the ball somewhere.
Yeah, clear across the field.
Lloyd just put a good hard hit on him.
Yeah.
And he felt that one. He wanted to call like he got hit in the helmet. Face mask. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 20. That might want to be one of the biggest hits of the night. William Broadhead.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing the hammer right there on his pursuing, staying with it, following Miles up the sideline. That one felt good if you're Broadhead. 3rd and 20. Almost a false start. Pressure now. They get a screen set up to the left side. They let Brady Freeman loose. And now number 3 is going to pick up good yardage, and that's going to make it much more manageable. That's a good play call on 3rd and 20. Knowing you got to go on 4th down.
Picked up 12.
Yep. Now it's going to be 4th down and a timeout.
55 seconds.
So 4th, he got to inside 10 yards to pick up. It's 4th and 9. All right, so big play coming obviously for Layton Christian on 4th down. There's 55 seconds left on the clock.
He had a big convoy out there.
He did. And could have gotten more. South Summit did a good job of limiting the yardage picked up. We're starting to get into region football. And 2A North scores. Layton Christian down by 7 is obviously Summit Academy beating ALA 35-21 a final. Providence Hall beating Judge 22-14. In the 2A South scores, Delta all over South Sevier 48-0, and Emory losing to San Juan big 53-13. San Juan ranked number 1 in 2A and looking like the team to beat. So here we are, 4th down, 9 yards to go to pick up the first down. This will be the ball game. If South Summit's able to hold, they'll be able to run the clock out as Layton Christian's had to burn timeouts. Miles has got time. He's got a man across the middle, and it's deflected. Good play by the safety. That's number 11, Blazard, as he deflects the ball, and it looks like South Summit's going to survive, and there's another flag coming from the sideline.
So we'll retain possession. It's just a formality.
There have been a lot of penalties, haven't there?
Sure have.
So South Summit is going to survive, it appears, barring some mishap, as a flag came flying in from the sideline, and I'm sure that's this official getting surrounded after he's worn the South Summit side.
So that was a great play by Blazard right there.
That was a good play. All right, so there's your sideline. I don't know what you call that.
Legal procedure signal.
We don't see very often either. The important point is that South Summit has the football. Layton Christian, I know, just burned 2 timeouts on that drive. I don't know if they have one left. We'll know real shortly after this snap.
Victory formation now.
Yeah, you got to get Lashy up under center. You don't want a shotgun snap to go selling over his head either. Oh, scares me too when you got a quarterback looking at the sideline in the center.
You got to tell your kids, take the safety.
Yeah.
Take the safety if it, something like that were to occur.
All right, there's the first down. Now, do they have a timeout? It doesn't look like they do. So this clock's going to wind fast. They're going to have to snap one more, and South Summit's going to come out with a big win against Layton Christian.
That's a gut check.
That is a good win here at home tonight. South Summit's going to move to 4-2 on the season. And that one will do it.
Wow.
So South Summit wins a big, hard-fought second half as the Wildcats get a much-needed only touchdown in that second half. Got the 2-point conversion, proved to be enough, as that's a tough win as the Wildcats hold on, and they'll move to 4-2.
They had to overcome some momentum issues there. Layton Christian really had some momentum going into that fourth quarter. Credit South Summit battling back and then holding on here at the end and making some good defensive plays. Nice job.
So the Wildcats will hold on, and they will be on the road next week at Summit Academy, which will be a big region game as well. And then it's homecoming 2 weeks from tonight against American Leadership. So good win tonight for South Summit, and a good gut check against a good Layton Christian team for Laird Small, doing a valuable help to us, helping with spotting on a tough, dark night, and always a challenge with those numbers. For the good insight here from Aaron Tillett, this is Cody Bowen. We're grateful you join us. Great night tonight as the Wildcats come out with a big win. They win 28-21. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you here in 2 weeks for homecoming as the Wildcats win 28-21.
Thank you.